on the thunder throws, so shook and groan. Disobedience turned their hearts to stone. Rejected the truth, lost in the zone. Now they're paying rent in Hades below. Those crackheads, no shelter in the night. Underworld gates, that eternal fright. Denials echo through tolerant flight. Only face facts could have saved their plight. Lightning crack, no way back. Lost souls on brimstone track.
Good morning.
Ignorance, gotta pay the toll.
Let's go.
Zeus truth or face the dole.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Rails of the foolish on the underworld.
Hello, Tinkerbell.
The end of decree, now they tote. Eternal chains, no antidote. Gods convene, truth unseen. Demigods whisper, lost souls scream. Follow the path or drown in the stream.
That's right.
Zeus' wrath, a cruel dream. Shrieks of torment echo loud. Lost in sulfur.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Zeus watches from Olympus cloud. Rejected truth, their fates avowed.
Good morning, CC. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Once again, we are back. You know exactly what we gotta do. All right, we gotta save this country one day at a time, right, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Friday, by the way. You've been waiting on me to see. Thank you. I've been waiting on you too. Let's go. Audit today. Shout out to Audit today. That's President Elon Musk. President-elect Elon Musk, correct? Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Cheyenne, welcome. How are you doing, Cheyenne? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are back in the Thunderdome. Thank you for tuning in, all right? You know exactly what we do. We get the truth out of here, all right? And you know how difficult that is, but someone has to do it. This country, you know where it's headed. 1929 style depression. W in the chat for Tiffany. Good morning, Tiffany. How are you? Lucas, I love you too, champ. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy. I ain't even had my coffee. Let's go. People say, Zeus, when are you gonna make more songs? Don't worry, I'll keep on cooking. It's getting too spicy. I ain't even had my coffee. Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. I am doing the Lord's work. Thank you so much. So are you, though. Trying to get to know you while you're thinking that I'm asking. I like to get it popping cause my sound is supersonic. Hey, let's go, ladies. Happy Friday. Capria, W, Capria in the chat. And I got a lot of haters out there. And even if I fail, at least I was honest. See, I can only do what's I am honest. To do and what good is this power. Let's go, ladies. If I wanna make it to the top, I gotta study clues. Or I can sit back and just watch the news. Alright, don't try to photocopy, you could never top me. I was born to be a winner, you could never stop me. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today is Friday, alright? December 20th. And once again, we are back in the Thunderdome where basically anything goes as long as we're heading towards the truth. All right. And so with that being said, let's take care of some housekeeping items before we get started with how Donald J. Trump and Elon and Trump and Mike Johnson and all these other sinister characters are leading this country right off a cliff straight into what you've guessed it. A 1929 style depression. But before I say that, for those of you who don't know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. W Irene in the chat. And why do they call me? It's a GOP disaster. Yeah. And why do they call me Triple H? Well, it's quite simple. The first H is because I'm honest. I'm the most honest person on social media. All right. The second H is because I'm humble. The most humble person on social media. And then the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, you've guessed it. Even though that nasty guy, Nutty Professor, he hates when I say that. I am the most handsome. All right, you know it. Right, CC?
Rick in the chat. And many of you know exactly why we are here, because once again, our country is in a very, very terrible situation, and we have to hold our friends on the right accountable. The fifth H is hot. Wow, thank you, Kanetta. Thank you so much. We have to hold our friends on the right, especially this guy. You know, this guy is the cult leader. What is Elon, though? I mean, I was talking to a MAGA demon yesterday because, you know, I have people in my family that, you know, friends and family that are affiliated with the cult, right? And I said, did you vote for Elon Musk when you voted for Trump? Oh, no, we didn't vote for Elon. And then they put a little frown face like, oh, I said, you didn't understand. You voted for Elon. Elon paid for this guy, right? And so now you need to drink the Kool-Aid that this guy is serving and that this guy paid for. You know what? W in the chat for Joe Biden. Joe Biden, I don't know how you did this to these people, but you did an outstanding job making MAGA suffer the way that you're making them suffer. So listen up. If you are a Trump supporter out there in the live and you are, as my good friend Brother Swerve once said, you're lactose intolerant. You got to think about that word, right? But lactose intolerant means you're allergic to the facts, sort of like how people are lactose intolerant, but you're lactose intolerant. You might want to leave this live, all right? And go on about your miserable morning and go hang out with these fake TikTok hosts. All right, you can hear Zeus' sadness. Oh, Philly for life. Won't you send me a guest request up? All right, and we'll drill, baby, drill. All right, WQX50. If you're lactose intolerant like this knucklehead Philly for life, you might want to leave Philly, all right? Because it's going to get very uncomfortable for you. Because between what I'm doing and how I get down and how I start cooking and booking and doing all that stuff, and then you got people who come up here and bring their own little flavors and seasonings, you're done, champ. All right, so if you don't want to cry this morning, Philip, do us a huge favor and leave. Or better yet, listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
You hear that, Philip? By the way, let me ask audience, would anyone in the chat be sad if Philip were deported or just left? Would anyone be sad if that happened? Anyone be sad if Philip left the live or ended up getting deported? Would you be sad? You see this, Philip? Nobody cares about you. Don't come into my live early in the morning before I start cooking and booking and crying. I'll tell you all a serious story yesterday. And a lot of you think that I'm a heartless person, cruel. They say these things about me, but you all who've been following me for a while, like attacking, I am a real nice person. But we've gotten to a place in this country where I just can't afford to be nice to you Trump supporters anymore until you come to a place of repentance. And a lot of y'all gotta repent because your pastors have been lying to you and making you think you're going to heaven when you're going straight to hell. I was in a live yesterday, Thickness. I don't know if you know who this lady was, but I found the Snuggles demon in there pushing the MAGA demon, you know, like it was a deal going down on these street corners. You know how those deals go. And I came up there, and you know how I do, Snuggie. Silence, dude. You have no room to talk. You're deranged. You're delusional. You get no sympathy from Zeus. But then there was another Trump supporter in there. This is what he said. I voted for Trump, and then he started crying about his wife dying or losing her life as a result of the pandemic. And that's a very sad thing when you have a relative. Because I lost relative. All of us have lost or have dealt with someone that has been negatively impacted by the pandemic. But I don't know if I was able to go into that place of sympathy with him because he failed to acknowledge that Donald Trump mismanaged the entire thing. He dismantled Barack Hussein Obama's pandemic response team. All right. And he lied to the American people. And in all of that, and we've showed you facts, data, and statistics, you Trump supporters will somehow see that you're suffering, but then your minds, whatever's left of them, keep telling you it's Joe Biden and the Democrats. And then you think we're going to feel sorry for you. Absolutely not. So this guy crashed out. He started crying and he left alive. He said, Zeus, you're a mean and evil. No, I'm not. I'm just a truthful person. But since it happened there, I couldn't do what I need to do here. To that so-called person on TikTok that was in their feelings and still can't see how Donald Trump is making you and your family suffer, and you still want to blame the Democrats. I'm going to do something for you, champ. I want to do something for you. You're still possessed with the MAGA demon, and the truth is not in you. And until you get rid of that MAGA demon, sir, you're on your way straight to hell. So hopefully me tossing you into the lake of fire helps you get the help you really need, all right? Because you still got some life in you, but you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's send them to the lake of fire.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
W audit today. Now, I'm going to bring people up and talk to people and to the Trump supporters. Y'all really got to get to a place of repentance before it's too late. A lot of you are really on your way straight to hell. So there's a couple of things that I need to make sure we get on the record, and then we'll talk. First things first, today I woke up, Joe Biden did something pretty incredible. 55,000 public servants approved for debt cancellation today. All right, this is what he did. Thank you, Joe Biden. And this is student loan debt cancellation for public service workers. Today, my administration, December 20th, is announcing student debt cancellation for another 55,000 public service workers, bringing the total number of individuals who have been approved for student loan debt relief under my administration to nearly 5 million people. Thank you, Joe Biden. They like to say, I was watching the news, Joe Biden is AWOL right now. They're trying to make Joe Biden look like he's not doing anything to save this beautiful country of ours. He is, but he's not getting sucked into Donald Trump's nasty stuff that he has gotten going on. All right, and so I want every single one of you to understand, you see the difference between how Democrats are trying to save this country, and then you see how Republicans are doing the exact opposite. Ladies and gentlemen, I was in my good friend Michael Cohen's live yesterday, right? I went in there. You don't always agree with. Sometimes Michael says things I just completely disagree with. Other times I agree with it, but I think it's sometimes better that we just have those conversations because for the most part we agree on a lot of issues. And as we were talking, a lady came up there in the live. I think her name was Denise. I don't know if you saw it, but she was a Hispanic woman and she's a Democrat. But she was telling us a story about a woman in Texas who was deported. I'm talking about deportation because there's going to be mass deportations, right? And I said, and I was just listening to this story. And I said, this couldn't be happening in the United States. This just couldn't be happening. But you know what? It is happening. And so what I want to get on the record is a woman who was deported right after having a C-section in Texas. Y'all heard about this story? Did y'all hear about this story? If you didn't hear about it, listen up. And this is a prelude of things to come under the Trump administration. So listen up, all right?
On the heels of President-elect Donald Trump's sweeping deportation promise, a Texas man is fighting for his family's return after ICE deported his wife and their children to Mexico. Federico Arellano Jr. said they tried going through the immigration system on their own, but he says authorities arrested his family after missing an immigration hearing. So let's go live to CBS News correspondent Skylar Henry. Skylar, walk us through this one, because an immigration attorney has said in recent hours on CBS News this could have been handled differently, that they had other options they could have taken.
Yeah, Reed, I think contextually, this is one of those anomalies that this lawyer says should have been taken under consideration, especially by that judge and through the court system overall. Let's break down what happened. Federico Arellano, who you pointed out, is a U.S. citizen. His wife had come over from Mexico in June and had begun the process of getting her immigration status, her legal immigration status, and was set to appear before a judge in October. That didn't happen because 26 days prior to that court date, she had an emergency C-section for newborn twins. Doctors recommended that she should stay at home to recover. Adriano explained that situation, or at least he says he explained that situation to the court, and they said, no problem. We'll reschedule that date for a later date. We completely understand the situation. And then what happened is that what he says is immigration called him and for his family to report to the ICE detention center here in Houston, Texas, where agents then detained his wife, then his children, pulling them from his arms and sending them to Reynosa, Mexico. We were able to speak with the both of them yesterday by phone, by video chat. They described the conditions and also expressing the concerns that they have about the necessary medication and care that they feel that they're missing out on, that they obviously would have gotten in the United States. They say that it costs an incredible amount of money. There's a lot of stress, a lot of concern for this family because remember, as I pointed out, those babies were supposed to be born right now, Reed. They were born 3 months ago.
Wow.
And so because they aren't getting that necessary medication, they're concerned about not only their well-being, but also whether they can get what they need to survive.
Yeah, I'm curious about something. We know that he has representation now. Did he indicate any argument or plan to bring the family back because of that new representation?
Well, so that's the interesting thing. Because of this, they are really doing an all-out effort to try to get that family at least back here and have some sort of parole hearing. They say that they are reaching out to members of Congress because this is something that doesn't happen, especially for instances quite like this. The lawyers that we spoke with yesterday said that we see these quick deportations, especially as it relates to past criminals or those who may have been deported in the past. But because she had no prior record, that's what makes this case so unusual. They are concerned that this is something that could take months, if not longer, because of the fact that they are already deported and already in Mexico, and they will then have to speak with consulate offices. Obviously, they're getting members of Congress involved, but then trying to get through that tricky court system. And they also say that they are concerned about what may happen when President-elect Trump comes into office, given his rhetoric surrounding immigration over the course of the last several months. And so they're just not sure what can be done. They are fighting. They say that they will continue to look for every sort of resource and effort they possibly can to make sure that this family is reunited, but certainly is heartbreaking all around.
Skylar Henry, CBS News.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that? She had no criminal record, but she did something that a lot of the MAGA Republicans don't like. She was a woman, number one. She immigrated, number two. And she had to have an emergency C-section. Those are just three. Those are crimes when it comes to the Republican Party. And now she is in Mexico. The family is separated. And this is a prelude, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, of more things to come. Congratulations, all of you who voted for Donald Trump. You've played yourselves. You know how they like to get up here and they say, remember we had the other guy up here, Rudy? Oh, Trump would never do that. Remember Rudy came up here? He would never. Do you understand American history? He has no other choice but to follow through on those promises. And to think the number of Hispanic folks that voted for this mess. You thought he was joking. You thought the Democrats were going to bail you out and that you were going to somehow be able to skate on by. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not how things work in this country, all right? There's so much hatred in your heart. That's why I said a lot of y'all got to get to a place of repentance and really pray and ask the good Lord to help forgive you for the harm that you've brought about on this country. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give all the Trump supporters, especially the Hispanic ones, that voted for all of this to happen to their own people. Let's give them a huge, huge round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA.
I know a lot of y'all are getting triggered out there, but again, You can't blame Kamala Harris. You can't blame President Biden. You can't even blame Zeus. You can't blame the Democrats. This is all the stuff we've been showing you and telling you about the plan out and pan out. We were telling you this kind of stuff was going to happen, but you didn't believe it. You were blinded by the hatred. And I see some of you in my chat are still triggered. Again,
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
D-Tank, are you asking me, Big Zeus, who's in charge of you? Obviously, it's this guy, Elon. And the cult leader you signed up to. That's who's in charge of you, because you're not thinking for yourselves, Trump supporters. Like I've been telling you, and I've been doing this for quite a while. Y'all got a lot of hatred in your heart, right? Every time we bring a Trump supporter up and we drill, baby drill, and we get into who they are, there's trauma. A woman has hurt them, right, ladies? These women have been hurt. These guys have been hurt by women. They've been rejected. And we start finding out, oh, okay, your problem is you fit into a group of people in this country who, you know, as far as I'm concerned, got serious things going on that you refuse to deal with. You refuse to grow up. You're like, you know, you want to be in Neverland all the time. And that's just not what is really going on in this country. Trump. Okay, all right. So, again, you see how they're in the chat begging for Donald Trump. And I got some more bad news for you, MAGA. This government shutdown that's about to happen. How many of you want the government to shut down? How many of you Trump supporters want the government to shut down? Go ahead and ask. Let me see how many of you out there want to shut this thing down. And if it shuts down, you know who you got to blame. You got to blame your cult leader and Elon. All right. Now, we got an update. Speaker Mike Johnson thinks he's going to be able to get something through today. Plan C.
But first, we begin here with breaking news just coming into our newsroom right now. Speaker Mike Johnson says they have reached a deal on a new bill to fund the government that the House will vote on sometime this morning. This is all coming just hours after 38 Republicans voted against a Plan B funding bill that was backed by President-elect Trump and his billionaire advisor, Elon Musk. But there are still questions about whether Speaker Johnson will actually be able to get anything passed before tonight's deadline. News Nation's Alina Shirazi has the latest this morning.
You don't need it.
So, Alina, apparently Mike Johnson walked into the Capitol this morning. He says, we have a Plan C. We'll vote on it. Any word on what Plan C has and its chances of passing?
Yeah, plans A and B didn't work, so now we're on C, Markey. Speaker Johnson, as you mentioned, meeting with Vice President-elect J.D. Vance within the hour to try and break through this stalemate. The Speaker says the House will vote on Republicans' Plan C this morning. However, it's unclear if that bill would pass the Senate, where we know Democrats currently still have the majority. President Trump did take to Truth Social overnight to once again demand Congress drop or extend the national debt ceiling as part of the spending package. And that's a sticking point for many Republicans who voted against the bill on Thursday.
Listen to now, this is a Republican, Chip Roy, who Donald Trump attacked yesterday. So you know how y'all were all celebrating that y'all won again. But again, if y'all can't even all be on the same page about, as far as I'm concerned, ripping the United States government off, you can't even be on the same page with that. How y'all going to do 4 years of owning the Democrats? Again, y'all not thinking. Y'all are not thinking. Listen to what Chip Roy said to you, Trump supporters.
Bill yesterday, and congratulate yourself because it's shorter in pages, but increases the debt by $5 trillion is asinine. And that's precisely what Republicans are doing.
So you can't blame the Democrats, MAGA. This is your problem. If I catch any of you blaming Joe Biden and the Democrats for this, I'm just going to drop you from the box. How about that? I'm not even going to entertain it because it's crystal clear. 38. Y'all don't have that kind of majority to lose 38, MAGA. Your party's divided, and it's because of this guy and that guy and you. Y'all voted for people who don't know how to govern, and actually it gets worse.
And Marky, if the government does shut down, we know that it could last until at least January 3rd, when Congress meets for the first day of its new session. Let's see what happens today.
Yeah, and Alina, let's say the government does shut down at midnight.
Joe,
what does that mean for everyday folks at home, and who's impacted the most?
Yeah, Marky, if they can't get something done today, it could mean thousands of federal workers will be locked out of their jobs or that they will be working without pay. We know that includes thousands of air traffic controllers and TSA agents, and it could force some serious delays at airports across the country right as the holiday travel boom hits right before Christmas here. But you know who else won't be getting paid during a shutdown? Federal law enforcement, national security officers, and even the Border Patrol. The spike in food recalls we've been seeing lately as well. Well, the FDA food inspections that could alert us could be delayed until the government is funded again. And speaking of food, federal programs we know like the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP for short, could also see disruptions like in 2018 when a government shutdown prevented some stores from renewing their licenses to accept SNAP benefits. But certainly the people who will feel it the most this shutdown, a family still trying to bounce back from the devastation brought by Hurricanes Helene and Milton in Florida as well as the Carolinas. FEMA funds we know have run dry, so many of those families are still sleeping in tents this holiday season, months after the storms have passed. But one area that won't be impacted, disability and retirement payments. But while Medicare, Social Security, Medicaid will still get paid out, we know that new applications may not be processed during this time.
Bingo. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and send the Trump supporters, especially the ones that are in the chat, demanding that we shut the government down and have no clue how this is going to make their lives even worse than it is now. Let's give them a huge round of boos and shame. I don't get
it. Silence, you MAGA demon.
We're heading towards a 1929 style depression, MAGA. And I don't know if you've looked into American history and found out what happened to folks just like you, but go look into it. I promise you, it's the worst thing you've ever been through in your lifetime. You really think Joe Biden and the Democrats, 4 years, you thought you were suffering now? You have no idea. Eggs! You won't even be able to, it'll be a treat if you even get to see an egg, let alone have one. W. Valentine in the chat. You'll never have an egg again. You'll never have eggs again, you Trump supporters. And as far as I'm concerned, you don't deserve any eggs. And as far as this Christmas goes, you're not going to have a good Christmas. You're not going anywhere. What if we shut the airports down? You're not going anywhere. Food, we don't even look and see if the food is good to eat. We just give it to you. Imagine that. Guess what you'll be doing? Can I get inside of the hospital? No. Do you got Obamacare? No, I don't have Obamacare. Well, guess what? You better stay your special behind wherever you came from. All right. Thank you, Joe Biden, ladies and gentlemen. All right. If you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right up here, and hopefully we'll get you to a place of repentance and get you on your way. If you're a Trump supporter and you believe that you still made the right decision, put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right on up here, and I'll straighten you right out. All right, I'll lower your taxes. I'll pay down your debt. But you got to be honest. All right, okay. I see a couple of you putting a 1 in the chat. All right, I'll bring you right up. Whoever's got the courage to come up here and be honest, I'll talk to you. I don't got all day to do this. And I really just need you to apologize. Daryl, good morning.
Good morning.
All right. What part of the country are you from, sir?
I'm from Kansas City, Missouri.
All right, Kansas City, Missouri. Ladies and gentlemen, you voted for Donald Trump, Daryl?
I sure did.
Lord have mercy. You know, I don't even know where to start. I don't know.
Okay, well, let me start. Do me a favor, let me start. Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay, now, you said, did I vote for Donald Trump? Okay, let's get it straight. The Republican Party got started back in 1865. The reason why the Republican Party got started was to stop the spread of slavery. If I'm correct, if my memory and history serves me correct, it was the Democratic Party that started slavery.
I heard this before.
They voted against the Union. It was the Democratic Party that supported the KKK, that started the Ku Klux Klan with William
Daryl. So you're voting for Trump because you're not racist. You're anti-racist.
That is how. If you don't like something, that doesn't.
Daryl, I'm just.
If you do not like something, that doesn't make you racist.
Are you
That doesn't make you racist at all.
Are you anti-racist?
Of course.
So you're a Democrat because that's where all the DEI work is being done, Daryl.
No, listen to me.
Are you so do you see where I just took you? I just fast tracked you straight to the future where we're at now. Even if what you're saying is true, you know where the racists are now, and it's not in the Democrat Party. They vote for Donald Trump. So Daryl, if you're anti-racist, you're for the DEI stuff.
My brother, listen to me for a minute. If the Democratic Party, explain this to me.
Did you wait a second? Did you overlook what my question was, bro?
No, wait a minute. I'm going to ask you a question, but listen to me. You didn't answer my question first. If the Democratic Party is against racism, and then why do they vote for slavery? That's the 13th, 14th, and 15th
What
Amendment.
year are you in?
Do you listen to me? Do you know what the 13th and 14th Amendment is?
I didn't vote for slavery, Daryl.
Okay, listen. No,
what year are you in?
The party that you voted for slavery.
When? Daryl, come on now, bro. We in 2024. You know, you got Drake and Kendrick Lamar going at each other. What year are you in, champ? We are in 2024, and I'm asking you clear questions. Are you anti-racist? Yes, Zeus, I'm anti-racist. Okay, so you're supporting the DEI work.
No.
Then you're not anti-racist.
And then you are getting your time frames, my brother, mixed up.
Daryl,
and you never answer my questions.
What is your question, Daryl?
Okay,
because
number one,
you're not being honest. If you truly are anti-racist, as you said with your words, yeah, it's funny because you know this doesn't make any sense.
No, listen to me, and you're not answering my questions. What is the 13th, the 14th, and 15th Amendment?
What does that got to do with the price of rice? Daryl, what year are you in? When you're bringing up this, what year are you in? Are you in 2024?
I'm in 2024, but that doesn't negate the future. That doesn't stop what happened in the past. Just because this is 2024, you saying, okay, well, I'm a Democrat. I voted against Trump. Let me ask you, what made Trump so bad?
Okay.
Did he start any wars? Was inflation high?
Daryl, I'm going to slow this down, but I need you to actually, and then I'll answer why Trump is a very terrible president.
Okay, right? Let's go. Let's go.
So the first thing is, if you're truly anti-racist, then you should be supportive of any type of work that's all about promoting diversity, equity, inclusion, and anti-racism. Case closed. All right? I'm not the brightest person on the planet like that, but I know that makes sense. All right? So I don't want to hear you talking about all that stuff that happened in the past where we know exactly where the racists are in 2024. You know, you see these people marching down the streets with their little flags, the Confederate flags. You see this stuff happening in the country. They're not voting Democrat, so please stop it.
Okay, now you said
please stop it.
2024. Explain
now I'm gonna
I'm gonna tell you to be racist. Just answer me. Give me three things that he did to make him racist.
Well, the Central Park 5. Wait. Central Park 5, Obama's birth certificate, and examples of him telling his black employees when he comes in with his rich friends to get to the back of the store. But there's several other examples, especially stuff like this. How about this? Hold on.
They're taking black jobs now, and it could be 18.
Did you hear what I just said? Daryl.
They're taking black jobs now, and it could be 18. It could be 19 and even 20 million people. They're taking black jobs and they're taking Hispanic jobs, and you haven't seen it yet, but you're going to see something that's going to be the worst in our history.
Daryl, let me ask you something. Do you want to get back in the field and start picking produce and stuff like that? Because you know that used to happen. You know that used to happen, right, Daryl?
We having a dialogue. Okay, now let me ask you questions. Now, number one, you said that first of all, Donald Trump.
Well, I gave you answers. You said what are some things he did that was racist?
We're gonna get to the black jobs first, okay? When you said taking black jobs, okay, black people got some nice jobs right by now, but let's not get so bougie with it. Do you know and I know that most of the black men have been to prison, and so once they get out of prison, they are only qualified for certain jobs.
So you've been wait, Daryl, speak for yourself. Daryl, speak for yourself. Daryl,
different things like
Daryl.
So you can't send me. Oh well,
Daryl,
black jobs.
Daryl,
you're
just rambling.
Central Park 5. The reason why he made that comment about Central Park 5 is because one of the boys' father bought him in. And he admitted the guilt. All of them admitted the guilt. So
Daryl.
Trump still got to add because what they
Daryl.
did was wrong.
Daryl,
At that
I don't want to
time,
have
what-
to mute you, Daryl, but you're getting excited, and I get it because what I've done is put you
I'm
in a
not getting
very
excited. It's just that you won't let me
No.
speak. You won't let me finish.
I've
let you
heard-
finish.
well. I'm not gonna let you just ramble for like 50 seconds about a bunch of stuff that's a bunch of lies, bro. We got to slow it down. Now, you
Okay,
said most
so-
black
okay,
men
so-
have been to jail. Most black men have been to prison. You've been to prison.
I have not been to prison.
Okay, so then your statement is false. You see how that we
I
got
used to work,
speak?
sir. I used to work for the prison system for 8 years, so my statement is not false. Thank you very
Well,
much.
If you could give us some data on that, I would definitely appreciate. I didn't know most
I
black
can
men.
give. I can give you. I didn't say a lot of black men have been.
You
to
said
prison.
most. Most means over 50%.
Okay, most over 50. Do me a favor.
That
Pull
means
up
no, Daryl. So what you're
Do me
what
a
you're
favor,
Daryl,
do me a
Daryl,
favor.
Daryl. That
Listen to me.
means Daryl. Listen to what I'm saying. You're basically saying, look at us. Look at the NBA. Half of those people have been to prison. That's what you're basically trying to say.
No, what I'm saying that if you look up if you stop right now while
Daryl,
while on
you
air
wanna take
and
it back?
pull up your stats on the air
Daryl.
and see what ethnic group is in prison
Daryl.
more than anybody else. Do me a
Daryl.
favor. We're live on the air, my brother. Just pull it up. And you see it right there for yourself.
Daryl. I wish I woke up today and I said, let me go ahead and get prison statistics so that when I talk to Daryl, I'll be ready. I didn't come here ready to do all of that. All right.
No,
I'm
but
just
I'm
gonna.
saying-
I'm just basically saying we're two
But
people
I'm saying
having.
you
Daryl.
online now, then you're live. Just pull it up. It only takes
Daryl.
a hot second.
But you're not even in 2024 right now. So I need you to slow down. And I want to get back to answering your question of why Trump is a terrible president. Because I get it. I get it. You probably are thinking like, wow, I had no idea how bad I did what I did when I voted for him. Number one, I like to tell people, you know he was impeached twice, right?
I'm sorry. He was a what?
He was impeached twice.
Okay, and what was
How
he
many
impeached
times
for?
how many times has that happened in the United States history?
Sir, what was Donald Trump impeached for? He was impeached for asking the President Zelensky of Ukraine to investigate Joe Biden and his son. Did they do it? So they impeached him for that?
No,
The
he was with
transcripts of- the transcripts
Daryl.
of-
Daryl, no, that's not
the
why.
video was available.
Daryl, that's not why. It was
Oh, that's
because
why.
he didn't do his job. Yeah, he was supposed to give them aid, but he withheld it. All right, because he wanted the dirt on Joe Biden. So that'll get you. That's high crimes and misdemeanors. Now, what was the second one?
Okay, wait a minute. Let
What
me
was the
ask you
second one,
something.
Daryl?
Oh no.
Daryl,
Let me
I
you this
get
one
it.
first.
Daryl,
I
do you,
want all the
Daryl?
listeners to look up Joe Biden withheld
Daryl.
$1 billion from Ukraine. It was not Donald Trump. If you're listening to me, everyone look it up. Joe Biden
Daryl, I'm gonna be honest with you,
$1 billion
Daryl.
from
Daryl.
Ukraine and not Donald Trump.
Daryl,
So,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be honest with you. A lot of people here don't trust you. Let me save you some time. Let me ask you. Let me help you understand. If you don't trust Daryl, put a 1 in the chat. If you do not trust Daryl, please put a 1 in the chat. And Daryl, I want you to look at all this. So you can save the rhetoric and the words you're saying because no one in here really believes you at this point.
You know why?
see-
Because your audience is Democrat.
No.
Your audience. Is
Daryl,
Democrat.
Daryl,
And
Daryl.
Your audience do not know much like you. You don't know history. So
Daryl.
let's talk about history and facts. Let's not talk about beliefs. I don't want to talk about beliefs.
Daryl, they're smart, they're intelligent. Now, when you're outnumbered, you just can't dig yourself in a hole deeper by saying, well, the people who are outnumbering me are the issue. At some point, Daryl, you have to say, maybe I'm wrong. And this is, to me, the real issue with a lot of folks just like you. Why is it so difficult to acknowledge that perhaps you just might be wrong?
Number one, if I'm wrong, how many voters voted for Trump? So you can try to tell me 70 plus million people are wrong? He took the House, the Senate. Am I right? So
Daryl,
you tell me all these people are wrong?
let me give you
gonna tell
another-
me what he didn't run he didn't won 300 plus. 300 plus. You know what I'm talking about? Plus he won the popular vote. And so you can tell me that all these people are wrong? Maybe these people know a part of history that you all just don't know.
Or, Daryl, if a lot of people walk off of a cliff and they lose in their life and they perish, they were wrong, right? That happens. You know, the good book says wide and broad is the way that leads to destruction. Narrow is the way that leads to, everlasting life, so to speak. You understand this kind of stuff. If it was that easy for people to be billionaires and millionaires, you'd have a lot of people doing it.
It's not that easy.
So, Daryl, there's exactly. So it's not that easy to make the right decision, Daryl. And what you did was you fell in line with the cult. Because I've asked you 2 questions about Donald Trump being impeached. You said, why was he a terrible president? I said, he's been impeached twice. That's only happened 4 times in American history. You mean to tell me he got impeached 2 of the 4 times in 1 term? That's ridiculous, Daryl. The indictments, Daryl, the indictments. We've never had to do that where we've indicted a president, a former president. Daryl, I wasn't done. Let me just finish saying what I got to say.
Okay.
He got convicted. I'll let you. He got convicted in one of those indictments. Okay. He's been found to have been running businesses that have been basically committing fraud for decades. He's been fined almost fined $1 billion pretty much. You got these women coming out of the woodwork. They're saying he did nasty things to them. E. Jean Carroll. And if you just listen to some of the things that he says about his own daughter.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
What's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
Do you see this, Daryl? And did I mention the pandemic? That right there, as far as I'm concerned, the pandemic in January 6th, bro. You know how many Americans lost their lives because this man refused to tell us the truth about the dangers of this thing? He spread misinformation about whether or not people should actually, take the jab, so to speak. I got to keep it clean on TikTok, which is costing people their lives. On January 6th, I'm going to be honest with you. Do you think Donald Trump lost the 2020 election?
Okay, now.
Do you think he lost it?
Let me ask you a question. Let me answer your question.
Daryl.
Okay? Now, I didn't interrupt you. Don't interrupt me.
I wasn't done. I was just asking you. Do you believe he lost? Do you believe he lost the 2020 election,
You said I understand it's your show, and you rambled on for a while. And I didn't say
I
anything.
wasn't done. I wasn't done. Did I lie about anything, Daryl?
Let me answer your question. Yes, you did.
Oh.
Yes, you did.
So now, first of all, did you believe he lost the 2020 election? And then I would like you to tell me where
I believe that man did not lose. I believe the whole system was rigged. Let me tell you the reason why. Are we living in a democracy or republic? Let me ask you that. Do we live in a democracy or republic?
Daryl.
Just answer my question, my brother. Is this a democracy or republic?
Daryl, you know what I'm going to do? I realize I can't even help you at this point, brother.
You can't answer the question. This is the reason why you're going to leave. So one simple question. Is this a democracy or republic? It's just that simple.
You don't answer no questions. Good morning, attacking. Maybe attacking can help you.
Okay. I figured as much.
Wait, Daryl, please relax, please. I brought up attacking, and if not, this is hopefully because I gave you everything I got. High attacking. No, Daryl, please. Attacking. Good morning.
Daryl, when your mouth goes, you can't listen. So shut your mouth, open your ears. Daryl, you made a comment about Ukraine. Is that correct?
I sure did.
And you made a comment about Joe Biden. Is that correct?
That's correct. I did.
I don't want you to give me a dissertation because it seems like you like to rattle on. So I'm going to show you a picture really quick, okay?
I don't want to see. Look, this.
No. You do.
Daryl.
Don't show me cutting edit things, y'all.
Daryl, what do you got to lose, Daryl?
What do you guys got to lose by not answering my question?
We're just trying to get you to be. We're just trying to get you to learn a little bit, buddy. That's it.
Is this a democracy or?
Are you able to put me on the big screen, Zeus? You able to do that?
Jesus
Christ. Hold on, Daryl.
Is this a democracy?
Can you tell me who that person is, Daryl?
I have no idea who this is.
That's Victor Shokin. That's the Attorney General that Joe Biden and the European countries wanted removed. Now, I'm going to show you another picture.
Do you know why they want him removed?
Yeah, because he wasn't doing his job.
Daryl, you just said you don't know who he is. Now you know why they wanted him. Daryl, come on, bro. You're making me think you're just making stuff up, brother. Come on.
Daryl, your mouth is going again. Daryl, your mouth is going and you can't hear.
Daryl.
So, Daryl, Victor Shokin They were trying to remove Victor Shokin from the attorney general position because he wasn't doing his job. Gerald, shut the fuck up.
Keep it clean, attacking, keep it clean.
So here you go.
Hold on, Daryl. I got it. Don't worry, Daryl. We got that. We keep it clean in here.
Daryl, let somebody talk. They were trying to remove Victor Shokin a year ahead of time before Joe Biden even got involved. Did you know that, Daryl?
I sure did.
No, you didn't.
Oh, yes, I did.
No, you didn't, because you didn't know who that person was. See, if you knew who that happened, then that means that you would have known who Victor Shokin is, because
I am aware of the name. I'm not aware of the face. I'm aware of the name. I'm not aware of the face.
Daryl, come on, Daryl, bro,
Okay, so then let me ask you a question.
Wow.
Then who told Joe Biden if they don't remove Victor Shokin, don't give him the $1 billion? Who told him that?
What do you mean? Who told him that?
Oh, Daryl!
Just it, Daryl.
Joe Biden said.
Barack Obama, the president of the United States.
That's right. Barack Obama told him, and Joe Biden.
See, your mouth is going. You can't hear again. You're really good at this. There you go. So Barack Obama told Joe Biden, if they don't remove Victor Shokin, tell them that they don't get the $1 billion. So when Joe Biden told the leaders of Ukraine, if you don't remove Victor Shokin from doing the position, that you're not going to get the $1 billion. And the leader of Ukraine says, you can't do that. And he goes, yes, I can. I got it from Barack Obama, the president of the United States. He said, give him a call and find out. And then 6 hours later, he was removed. But again,
Daryl, come on, Daryl. I was right there, Daryl. I was listening.
You guys are holding up all the time.
Daryl,
you're holding
Come on, bro. Daryl, we got you. I'm going to let you say what you got to say, Daryl. Your friends are here. They love you. All right? You're good, brother. You're good.
Okay.
You're good. You've done enough.
Sounds good. Go ahead.
Thank you, Daryl. Gosh, I'm learning. Sorry, attacking. Please continue.
Daryl, you don't know anything about Victor Shokin, Ukraine, and Burisma. You're a headline hoochie. That's all you are.
Daryl, that's not really funny to be that. Come on.
The thing is this. I can school you on every aspect of Devin. Do you know who Devin Archer is?
Just say no. Just say no. You know the face. You don't know the name. Thank you, Daryl. Come on, buddy.
Okay, so
thank you.
See, the thing is this: if you knew Ukraine and the issues with Ukraine, then it means you would know who Devin Archer is. But you don't know who Devin Archer is because you are not educated enough within this. Again, all you're doing is reading the headlines.
Daryl, this ain't funny, buddy. Come on, Daryl. We in class right now, and we supposed to be taking this serious.
You didn't know that the European and MIF wanted him removed before Joe Biden got involved. The articles came out, said that he wasn't doing his job as a prosecuting general. He wasn't doing anything. That's why he was removed, because he was a Russian sympathizer, oligarch, getting things for Russia. Did you know that Paul Manafort at that time was involved with Ukraine? Did you know that?
Okay, go ahead.
Daryl, yes or no?
Did you know that? Yes or no?
Daryl.
Yes, I know.
You sure? You sure, Daryl?
Okay.
I'm sure.
You sure?
So when Paul Manafort,
you'd be surprised if you let me talk.
Paul Manafort was working with Ukraine as an agent, okay, and getting a Russian oligarch elected to the presidency of Ukraine, what was the discussion that Paul Manafort was having with that guy when he was part of Donald Trump's presidency running in 2015-16?
Okay.
What was his association with that?
I have no idea. Why don't you
Exactly.
Thank you, Daryl. Daryl, you're starting to say the right things.
Because when they were talking, Paul Manafort and the Russian oligarch, they were talking about turning over the eastern part of Ukraine to Russia, and the Russian oligarch, all he had to say was, we need a wink and a nod from Donald Trump. See, you didn't read any of these depositions and things like that. Now, did you, Daryl?
Go ahead, come on, Daryl. What?
No, I did not. Now,
W Daryl in the chat. Daryl's telling the truth. Finally.
Now can I have my 5 minutes?
Daryl, I'm gonna give you some claps. I'm gonna give you some props for owning up that you didn't know any of this.
Thank you.
By the way, everything that I said, Daryl, is on my page with court transcripts and documents. And even, do you know who Lev Parnas is?
I have no idea. Go ahead.
Lev Parnas is also part of Rudy Giuliani and Trump's team who went to Ukraine to get dirt on Joe Biden. And that was part of the telephone call to Zelensky from Trump, telling Zelensky, I need you to talk to Rudy Giuliani and I need you to talk to Bill Barr about getting dirt on Joe Biden, which he was using $340 million as a bribe, plus withholding Javelin missiles, saying that do this for me, and then I'll give you the money. And then you know what the Congress had to do? They had to reallocate that money because Donald Trump held it so long that they had to reappropriate the $340 million
Bingo.
to give to Ukraine.
Oh, is that what happened? Okay, now can I talk?
What do you got to say? Okay, because
Daryl.
there's other people who want to talk to you, Daryl. All right, so and I'm going to try to get you the help you need. I'm going to drill, baby, drill. But what is it you want to say to attacking real quick? Well, attacking. Well, listen, attacking. You left W attacking in the chat. W attacking in the chat. I mean, that was free education, Daryl. What do you got to say next before I bring up the next person who wants to help you?
Okay, so I know I'll give these 5 or 6 minutes like this gentleman did. Okay.
Well, no, you and I used 5 or 6 minutes together. Just push. What is it you wanted to say?
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna ask you again: is this a republic or a democracy?
What does that matter?
I'm gonna get to it. Is this a republic or a democracy?
It depends on how you look at it.
No, it doesn't. It depends on how you look. The Constitution is the highest form of the land.
Okay, so what is it, Daryl? Because you're not answering what I was talking about at all. Your mind is wandering, bro. I need you to stay back on topic.
Number one. This is a republic. Article 4, Section 4 of the Constitution. Let me tell you where I'm going with this. Now, I'm going back to Ukraine real quick because Ukraine is probably one of the most corruptest places in the world.
Daryl.
Russia, let me finish. Russia used to be a part of Ukraine. Ukraine broke away from Russia. The United States promised back in the 90s with Bill Clinton's office not to move further west. Because at that point, you're invading Putin's territory. And so what happened when George Bush was in office? Putin took Georgia. Am I correct? And then when Obama was in office, he took Crimea.
Okay, we'll get into that, Daryl.
Okay, but let me finish. Because we were talking about when Bill Clinton was in office, what did they do? They disarmed.
I see you, Q-Dog. We got you.
They disarmed Ukraine from their weapons. So now Ukraine don't have any more nukes left to fight. The word Ukraine actually means border because it's on the borderline of Russia. The United States have put in puppet governments all over this world, including Ukraine, that people won't listen to them because they control the petrodollar. When you control the petrodollar tell every other country what they can do. This is the reason
Daryl, I got to slow you down because, Daryl, you might end up getting reported if you keep going. I just want to slow you down because you get reported for misinformation in here, and I don't want you to lose your live access. I'm trying to help you out, bro.
Listen to me.
Daryl. Okay, but listen, the show we gotta move it on, Daryl. You just can't do that. I brought up someone else, my sister Cabria, all right, and she's listened to what you've been saying, and I'm curious if maybe she can get through to you. Good morning, Cabria. How are you?
Good morning, Zeus. How are you?
Oh, he ran. Oh, Daryl, come on back, Daryl. Daryl, stop that.
He was rambling. I wanted to speak to him about the Southern strategy. You know, a lot of black folk, they think that, yes, true enough, the Democratic Party, it was different back in the 1800s. What are we in now, the 21st century? But, the Southern strategy was a Republican Party strategy to increase political support.
Amen. Tell them.
White voters in the South to appeal to them by racism against African Americans, and it worked.
Yeah.
Now, this happened in the 60s. If you notice, that was the party switch. It was a party switch.
Daryl, come back up here, Daryl. You shouldn't run like that, bro. She's trying to help you understand where you went wrong. All right? Because you're worried about the wrong things.
Right. And the civil rights movement and dismantling of the Jim Crow laws. You remember the Jim Crow laws?
Yeah.
In the 50s and 60s. Okay?
Absolutely.
So all of this went into play with the Southern strategy. So Daryl is giving out old information, that happened, like I said, 150, 160 years ago.
Yeah.
But as you told him, we're in the, what year is this, 2024?
Yep, we're in 2024. He's still talking about old stuff. It's like he's voting as though he's in the 1800s.
Exactly.
Sick stuff.
I try to tell people, use common sense. I mean, okay, so you don't want to believe what I'm telling you, or you don't want to believe history, then all you have to do is look at the parties, right? Majority of the Republican Party is what? Caucasian. Majority of the Democratic Party is what? People of color. That in itself says a lot. And I don't think people of color would do anything that would vote against their own interests. But you find these black folk that are in the Republican Party and poor Caucasians that are in the Republican Party, they vote against their own interests. And like President Lyndon Baines Johnson said, and I'll leave you with this, and I'm a cut so you can bring someone else up.
Go ahead, Gabriel. Let him know. He's listening.
If you can make the poorest white man think he's better than the richest black man, you can pick his pockets every time.
Woo! W. Cabria in the chat. Daryl. I'm gonna start calling all these so-called brothers and sisters who voted for Donald Trump. I'm gonna call him Daryl from now on. He's infamous now up in here. Right? We gonna call him Daryl. Little Daryl. Yeah.
Little Daryl.
Little Daryl. Come on back up here, champ. We ain't done with you because you done a number today. Huh? All right, well.
All right. I'm going to let you cook someone else, Zeus, because I like the way you cook them in the kingdom.
Thank you so much, my sister. Ladies and gentlemen, W. Cabria in the chat. No lies detected. And listen, if he comes back, Cabria, I'm going to ask you to come back up here and minister to his soul because you know what you do, all right?
You got it, brother, but I doubt if he'll come back up. He out in the kitchen coop somewhere, doing who knows what up there.
Exactly. Okay.
Brother.
All right. W. Cabria in the chat. No lies detected. All right. Let's see who we got next, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I haven't talked to my brother Q Dog. All W Q Dog. Good morning, bro. How are you doing?
Oh, trying to make it, bro. I've been under the weather all week.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you're up and at it again. All right, ain't nothing to it but to do it, is what they say.
Yeah, I'm still recovering, but he was a pawn, bro. When you start tapping in on, hey, watch what you say. Anytime these folks come up and they start rambling and rattling off all kinds of misinformation.
Yeah.
Well, let me talk. Trying to overtalk you. He tried to get you shut down.
Yeah.
That's their plan. And I believe they go into these other lives, these MAGA lives, and try to plot and plan on what to say, how to say it, and when to say it to get you shut down.
Why would they want to shut down the truth? All we're doing is W. Kimmy in the chat. All we're doing is telling them the God honest truth.
It's just baffling.
Alter ego, come on now, you know this. Any Trump supporters out there want to come up here and explain themselves? Put a 1 in the chat. We'll bring you right up. Right? You got a little time, Q Dog?
I got a little time.
We got a little time. Any Trump supporters got a little bit of information out there like Daryl had that maybe you need us to help you get it straightened out? But
and it's baffling to me because I went to that dude's page and he looks suspect, for one.
He does.
He got a woman in pictures, but he's taking poses like the woman. It's kind of weird. And I'm just curious on the infatuation with this white tea man / orange man. with every MAGA person. I've never seen anything like it in the history of presidencies. Somebody is so infatuated, multiple. It's got to be a cult. It's got to be.
Daryl, we see you. I'm not sure what happened while I'm off. You have, what did you say, Daryl? You have blocked me. I didn't block you, Daryl. Daryl, you're not blocked. Send a guest request. Hector, send a guest request, Daryl. I'll bring you back up. You're not blocked. You ran. Hi, Hector. Are you a Trump supporter?
Not even a little bit.
Oh, you put a 1 in the chat. You came up here.
Oh, man. I caught the tail end of that, and sorry about that.
Okay,
Now,
okay.
I have a lot of experience with Trump supporters, however.
Okay, well, I'm gonna bring up Daryl. All right, Hector. W Hector in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna. I'm gonna bring Daryl back up because see, Daryl is gonna get this dose today. Daryl, welcome back, Daryl. Why did you run?
First of all, I did not run. I accidentally got myself off. I tried to get back on several times. I couldn't. I sent in several requests. Anyway, I heard the little comments now. So guess what? Guess who's back?
So you accidentally you don't know how to use TikTok. Now you got all these excuses. I've never heard all the. Did you wake up? You wake up with all these lies around you?
Time out, my brother. Time out.
You might need the timeout because
this. First of all, you guys do not understand your history at all. What you're doing is you're taking talking points.
Wait a minute, hold on. You said
I'm not
we
finished,
don't
brother.
understand our history.
I'm finished. Let me get finished.
Wait a minute. I got a quick question for you.
Let me get finished.
I got a quick question.
You can ask me a question after I get done.
I got a quick question for you.
No, you could answer my question after I get done. You guys are
that we don't know our history, but when
you're taking talking points and then you're running and you're trying to dominate the show.
I'm gonna let you talk because you just ran.
You know what? Yeah.
Go ahead.
Daryl, how long is it going to take you to ask this question? Oh, look at him again.
He ran again.
Wow, Daryl.
It's amazing how he said that we don't know our history, but he couldn't answer any questions that Attacking was asking him. He didn't know anybody that Attacking brought up to him. So, but we don't know our history. Okay, Mr.
Wow, Lil Daryl run. Yeah, I've never seen anything like this. Texas, no. What we're not going to do is allow him to spread misinformation all willy-nilly. All right, he can do that at home in his own bedroom by himself. That's where it belongs, but not on TikTok. Absolutely not.
You know, the devil is real conniving when it comes to getting into people's heads, letting them think that they know everything before they start speaking. When the truth comes out and the questions are asked, I don't know that, but that's not going to get you a passing grade in government. It's not going to get you a passing grade in class, period.
Show ain't.
What it's going to get you is a big fat F. And Daryl, you have an F for today.
And you know what that means, Daryl? I know you're in the chat right now and you're crying. Your feelings is hurt, and you just don't know what to make of what happened to you today on TikTok on Zeus's show, Little Daryl. But guess what, Daryl? I'll tell you what happened. You ended up getting a first class ticket straight to hell. So what I'm going to do, Daryl, is I'm going to warm up the lake of fire for you, bro. The truth is not in you.
That was funny that you just pushed that in.
Little Daryl.
My frat brother Ricky Stein. My name is Little Daryl.
There you go, right there. And Daryl, this is for you because you're a liar and you don't know American history. You think you do, but you don't. Let's send him to the lake of fire.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
There you go. Now you're done with it, Daryl. Now you're done.
I'm just curious, Zeus. What was his excuse that time? The first time he said, I hit the button by mistake. What's your excuse why you bailed on us the second time, brother?
Yeah, all he does is lie. Like I caught him. I said, do you wake up with a jar full of lies every morning and you just reach in it or drink it, whatever you're doing? But we can see right through people like you, Daryl. We've been doing this for a long time. You're not bringing anything new.
Like I said, keep wearing your little cowboy hat. thinking that you want one of them cowboys, the white tee type. We all know that the real cowboys were black, but you not one of us. They not like us.
Tell them they not like
You got you
I
got
saw what you just did right there. I saw what you did. Okay.
exactly. I had to throw a little Kendrick Lamar up in there.
There you go. There you go.
Here's the
Now,
thing. Here's the thing that I want to get very clear to all these blagger and all these MAGA folks.
black.
At the end of the day, what's your motto, Zeus?
Which one about
May
you won't be
not
woke?
be woke, but you darn sure gonna be broke.
WQ dog. Yeah, that's true. A lot of you brothers, y'all won't be woke, but y'all will be broke, guaranteed. Because they think that when Donald Trump comes into office, these brothers and sisters are, oh, the first people that are going to benefit are them. Can you help them understand that they are not on the top of the list in terms of priorities to help?
They showing you that. Elon Musk is showing you this. They had it posted yesterday that if he gets this government shutdown, people that work for the government, they not gonna get a check for Christmas. And this is something that you really got to understand. They telling you this to your face. It's like you guys are seriously in that movie Get Out. Like they're seriously telling you to your face. And I y'all so quick to believe it. Guess what?
What's that?
I got some swampland in Arizona, in the driest part of Arizona, that I'm selling for about $50,000. Y'all want to come up here on live and cash at me that money? I'll give you all the details. I'll send it all to you in the email.
Bingo.
That's how you're acting. Like, you cannot be that naive.
Yeah.
That somebody is swinging a baseball bat at you and you're not willing to duck. You be, oh, it ain't gonna hit me. It ain't gonna hit me. It's an inch from your face. Oh, it's not gonna hit me.
Get it.
Let me move in a little bit. It still won't hit me.
Bam! Right there, all across their face.
I don't get it. Y'all got to be smarter than this. And I'm using this term very loosely to MAGA and blagger. Seriously, if y'all at a level of adulthood at this point in stage of your life, something had to add up for you to get to this level. Otherwise, you wouldn't have made it out of where you came from.
Bingo.
Elementary school, junior high, high school, college, whatever. Y'all got to be smarter than this.
Right.
You can't tell me that it's not dark outside and it's 12 midnight. You can't. You can't tell me that, oh, it's not dark outside. It's sunny outside. It's 12 midnight. I can see, I can hear. Y'all got to use y'all got y'all intelligence a little bit more than what y'all doing. And y'all letting this white tee man just, I swear.
He dog walking them every day. Every day they get up here.
Day. He is proving his point from the 1989 interview. Y'all are some of the dumbest people on the face of the earth.
WQ dog. WQ dog.
Leader, Mr. Trump. He told y'all to y'all face before he even got into politics. Y'all some of the dumbest people. And damn if he's not proving it right day after day.
I mean, I would say you're lying in that you're cold-blooded for saying that, but you know, what can you say when you get people like Daryl coming up in the box and acting like they know what they're talking about, and then, attacking did what he did, and it was like, oh, I have no clue what I'm talking about. I just voted for Donald Trump because he said something about slavery, and I just looked up something on the internet, and I said, you know what, I'm going to vote for the person that's actually promoting slavery. Daryl, you have lost your mind. All right? Well, listen, Q-Dog, I got to bring up the next guest, brother, all right? But as always, I might have to bring you back up if little Daryl does what he does, all right? But
I'm
if
here.
not...
I'm here waiting, bro.
All right. WQ dog in the chat. No lies detected. I mean, this is what we're doing. We're getting the truth out here. We're getting the message out here. And it's very, very important that all of you really, really pay attention to the message and the truth. And don't listen to people like Daryl. Daryl doesn't know anything. Daryl is literally, he's voting for his own demise. That means, Daryl, you heard Michael Jackson's song "Man in the Mirror," All right. And you didn't like the person that you saw in the mirror. And ever since then, when that song came out, Daryl, you've been taking out your anger on everyone else because you refuse to acknowledge the real problem, which is you. What a sick and sad situation that you found yourself in. If you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat and I'll bring you right on up here and we'll help you get your debt lowered and your taxes lowered and slashed, all right? Because we're going to do what we're going to do is we're going to drill, baby, drill, all right? Okay, we got another brave soul. Scott, come on up here, Scott Becker. Scott Becker, come on up here, Scott Becker, if you don't mind. We don't got all morning. I'm just curious to see why you still are in the cult. W Nala in the chat. Scott, I sent you an invite. Scott, please. We don't have all morning to do this show, Scott. Please, if you're a Trump supporter, put a 1 in the chat. I will bring you up here. W Rick in the chat. Rick, you want to come up here, Rick? You want to come up here, Rick? Is that what you're saying, Rick? You want to come up here? Okay, Little Trouble Soul. Okay, there you go. There you go. Oh, Little Trouble Soul, I can't invite you. Perhaps you got to send a guest request, Little Trouble Soul. All right. Let me see something. All right. All right. Who do we got? Oh, let's see. Who do we have? We got. Okay, there you go, Little Trouble Soul. Now you're in the box.
Yo,
Hi, how are you doing?
how are we in the cult?
Did you vote for Trump?
Yes.
Okay, why?
How are we in a cult?
I'm explaining it to you. Why'd you vote for him?
Sir, how are we in a cult and you people are shaving your heads off?
Okay, can I answer your question or not?
Okay.
You got this energy
Well, shave
about
your heads
you.
off some more. Do you even have hair?
So you're angry today.
I'm good.
You don't sound like it. I've talked to you before.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, once you talk to one demon, you've talked to them all.
I talked to Dean, but not
No,
you.
demon. You're a demon. You're a MAGA demon. You know that, right? You're possessed. You're not just in a cult, you're possessed. You got up here angry, hot and bothered. It's Friday, 7:44 a.m. Where are you at in the country?
California.
So you angry right after did you eat breakfast or anything? Why are you so angry?
Nobody's angry.
Well then you need to dial it down. All right? And first things first, you're supposed to introduce yourself.
Okay.
Okay? So you're in California and you voted for Donald Trump, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I appreciate that. Now, why did you vote for Donald Trump? Because I'm trying to get you answers for why I say folks like you are in a cult.
Okay. But that's why I came in here, because you're saying that. And I'm like, well, how are we in the cult and you people are shaving your heads off?
It is nothing wrong with shaving your head. You know that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not going to make it look like you're in a cult.
Okay, I guess you want to deflect, but all right.
You have a right to shave your head, correct?
Okay.
Correct?
I'm sorry. Okay. I'll take that excuse. All right. Just know we're all laughing at you. Just know that. Shave your hair off some more.
Can I share with you why I'm actually laughing at you?
Sure.
All right. So y'all all voted for your own demise. Your grocery prices, they're about to go through the roof. We're heading towards a 1929 style depression.
They were already through the roof.
How much are your eggs now? I've had one of you demons come up in here and say, "Oh, I spent $11 for a carton of eggs." Are you spending $11 for a carton of eggs?
I actually haven't done my grocery in like maybe 3 weeks, so I don't really know.
Are you employed right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Joe Biden. Joe Biden, he's the one that helped you to be able to get that job. He is the president right now, right?
Sir, we just got all our jobs back after COVID, please.
Huh?
We got our jobs back after COVID. Please stop saying that Joe Biden gave us our jobs. We just all got our jobs back.
So let me ask you a question, and this is simple. Who was the president when the pandemic started?
Trump.
And who was the president when it ended?
But stop saying that.
Wait.
Joe Biden gave us our jobs back. We all just got it back.
Oh, wait a second. So we don't know history. Who was the president when the pandemic ended? Little trouble. So, huh? So you're just gonna lie on TikTok like that this morning?
I don't fucking remember. I don't.
Oh wait, keep it clean. Remember. Keep it clean. So you don't remember? You don't
what's up with the?
Well, anyway. I don't like profanity on the show, man. I know it's hard to contain that demon.
Okay.
You know, because I gotta be respectful to my mom. My mom listens to the show, and that's the right thing to do, right? Okay, thank you. So you don't know Joe Biden was the president when the pandemic ended?
I don't remember. That was years ago. We're talking about now.
Oh, okay. Well, here's another thing. You know the government's about to shut down.
Yeah, shut it down. You people are trying to give yourselves a raise.
You know what?
While we're over here struggling, we're still making minimum wage, a lot of us.
What do you do for a living?
Give themselves a raise, shut the shit down.
Oh, there you go again, cursing. There you go again. See, man, that's number 2. So, obviously, you don't know how to control yourself.
No, sorry.
No. You don't need to apologize. I think we made it as far as we can. Because what do you do for a living? You said you make minimum wage?
Yeah, drop her, because all y'all don't read the fine print. These people, these Democrats are trying to give themselves a raise. That's what the whole thing is. And Elon Musk and Trump don't want that. So sorry, I was about to cuss again. Shut it down before you guys ruin our country some more and make harder for Trump to rebuild again. Shut it down.
Man, part of me thinks this is a joke, honestly.
It's not.
I honestly don't think you're being serious. I'm just, something is telling me there's just no way on God's green earth an adult would be this serious about ruining their own situation.
Sir, I'm fine. We're all fine.
What do you do for a living? You didn't answer that question.
Why do you care? That doesn't even matter.
Well, I do, because I want to know how you're going to survive once the government shuts down. What did I do with that?
We survived on COVID. We got paid, so who gives a shit?
Oh, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Look at that. Unfortunately, the truth is not in that previous guest, ma'am. I don't know what you're on, but you need to stop. And somebody then told you wrong if you thought you're going to be able to come up here and just be a very, very nasty person like that. You need to get professional help, okay? And this is sad, ladies and gentlemen, but I got to do it. Man, unfortunately, you've crossed that red line with Big Zeus. And I got to throw you into the lake of fire. And as a matter of fact, I want to say I think you're a good person, but in this case, I don't even think that's possible. So what I'm going to do is warm it up for you, little Miss Soul Trouble. Your soul is on the line. All right. And you're a vassal of transgression for Donald Trump, unfortunately. And you know what? May you rest in hell. Ladies and gentlemen, let's send her to the lake of fire.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Don't get on my show in front of all of these wonderful people and show your rear end and tear your drawers like that, ma'am. Act like you got some decorum. Act like you've been raised by people who are a part of the civilized society, all right? And for you to be from California and acting like that speaks volumes. I can tell right now you probably didn't go as far as you could have went if you would have just stayed your special behind in college and got you an education. I'm getting so tired of these folks getting up in here in this box who can wipe their own behind, but they can't read and process facts, data, and statistics. This is an embarrassment. We have a serious crisis in this country, ladies and gentlemen. This is way bigger than the whole mass deportation. We have a lack of understanding in this country that is plaguing the minds of our youth, this next generation, especially you brothers and sisters of color. Do y'all understand? Y'all are voting for your own destruction. We're all speaking English and we're trying to say it to you. We're showing you attacking actually at one point. He brought up pictures. Don't show me the pictures. So you just refuse to learn. You just refuse to learn, but you got so much to say. You can't figure it out that people are way more intelligent than you out here, and we're listening to you and we're going, you're not making any sense. You don't know what's going on. You barely can speak perfect English. You can barely speak English in some cases, but you sure got a lot to say. All you're doing is running your mouth and embarrassing yourselves. When are y'all gonna wake up and realize this? And these two right here, they're just stringing you along. Tapping into that one emotion you all got going on right now. Anger. Why are you angry? My wife, my girlfriend, they left me and they did this and that to me. So I'm angry and I fit in with this other group of people who are angry and we all believe one thing. F Joe Biden and F the Democrats. Yeah. That is primitive at best. And it's embarrassing. No wonder you're single. No wonder you're alone. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give these Trump supporters again another round of booze and shame. No, you don't.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
I see her in the chat. She says, I have a husband. Yeah, you said you have a husband? Bring him up here. I'll talk to him. But I promise you, he probably won't be honest with Big Zeus. He won't be honest with me. But please, send him up here. Send me a guest request. Bring your husband in here. Bring your husband in here. I didn't want to do this on TikTok today. Sorry, Mom. But, sometimes I have to go above and beyond to talk to folks. Okay, hold on. All right. When you get him ready, I'll have a conversation. You're afraid to bring me up, Zeus? JDB? Why would I be afraid to bring you up? Why would I be afraid to bring you up, JDB? Send a guest request. Okay, I think she said she's got her husband here. And this is kind of one of the favorite things. Actually, if someone says that, he must hit on her. Okay, yeah. Law guy, I'm not actually people again, you Trump supporters. I'll say this to you. What did you say, brother? You forgot. It's JDB. Used to be JDB CLT. Okay. I see that we're friends. So maybe I did talk to you and I remember you. To the Trump supporters and all of you out there that are listening, y'all keep trying to insinuate that I'm angry. I'm not angry. I'm actually relieved. I'm actually happy. And I put a video out about it. And they go, Zeus, why are you happy? And I said, because I get to watch you all suffer at the hands of your dear leader and Elon. And you won't be able to blame me. You won't be able to blame Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, or the Democrats. This is all on them. Do I feel sorry for you in any capacity? Whatever ability I had to feel sorry, honestly, I've lost it. I've lost it. Now, if you want me to get it back, then you got to actually get to a place of repentance, which is what this show is about. Helping people like Daryl, who came in my box, understand they don't know anything and that they made a terrible decision and that they should regret doing what they did. All right. And then after I sense you are truly repentant and the good Lord puts it on my heart, I might then come around to having a little more empathy and sympathy. But until then, it's business as usual. Unfortunately, you are all prime candidates for hell. All right. And as far as I'm concerned, may God have mercy on your soul. Let me see. What did you say, attacking, real quick? You said you wanted to show me something real quick, attacking. What is it? Okay. Because I got a guest request. All right. And I was thinking that lost soul individual, she said her husband was going to come up. And I didn't see it. I don't see you attacking. Okay. There you go. All right. She said she was going to get her husband, so I'm waiting on that. Hi, attacking. What do you got?
I just wanted one additional minute. I want all 1,800 people in here to think about this. Donald Trump and Elon Musk are pushing for the governmental shutdown. The next comment out of Donald Trump's mouth, so they can blame Joe Biden. Do this under Joe Biden. Blame him for this. But he's the one calling for the shutdown before January 20th. So he wants to shut it down, but blame somebody else. That's exactly what he always does. Blame somebody else for his own activity. So if anything happens, Donald Trump is the cause of this, not Joe Biden. And then one other thing, that woman who said Joe Biden didn't add any jobs,
Yeah.
ask people this question. Did Donald Trump lose 3 million jobs in 2020 or 15 million jobs in 2020? Because Joe Biden has added 16 million, 3 million is bounce back jobs. The other is essential jobs that people got their went back to work, got jobs, so on and so forth. So did he lose 3 million or 15 million? You can't have it both ways. But again, Trump is asking for a shutdown, and he wants you to blame Joe Biden when he is the one on TikTok, on True Social, calling for a shutdown. So if it happens, it's Trump's fault, nobody else's.
Attacking real quickly. Alter Ego says all Donald Trump wants to do is raise the debt ceiling. What do you have to say about that to Alter Ego so he can learn, or they can learn something?
Okay, hold on. Where is it? Right here. Donald Trump has basically threatened Europe, if they don't buy more gas and oil, that he's going to tariff them. By the way, tariffs cost us money, the consumer buying product. So as Donald Trump threatens Europe, if they don't buy more, we get to pay the bill. Thank you very much, Donald Trump. There you go. There's your answer. Donald Trump's going to fuck you one. Oop.
Caught you attacking. Maybe I misread your statement, Alter Ego.
Donald Trump is going to mess everything up one way, shape, or form. I'm going to drop. Sorry.
All right. Thank you. W attacking. Did I mess up what you said? Did I get that right, Alter Ego? Did we address it correct? Because maybe I misread what you said. All right, that happens. Sometimes you gotta, put a smiley face at the end of what you say so I don't misinterpret it. All right. So as you can see, Donald Trump is sending this country right off of a cliff, 1929 style depression. All right, and congratulations, MAGA, you've done this to yourself. All right, let me go ahead and bring up the next guest. All right, who do we got next, ladies and gentlemen? Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Let's see, who do we get? Okay, I haven't talked to my good friend Shay. Shay, good morning. How are you? Put a one in. Yes, how are you? Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How's our cult kingdom doing this morning? How's everybody?
W Shay in the chat. We've been having some people possessed with the demon coming in here, and they're still taking their anger out on the Democrats while the government is on the verge of shutting down.
Yeah, that was fascinating. That woman, whatever her name was.
Lost Soul, and she said she's going to bring her husband up, and I'm waiting for that. Lost Soul, please bring him up here so we can straighten things out, all right?
Hey, yeah, she needs help. And I'm glad she's married and has a husband that she can call up there and help her out, because Lord have mercy, does she need help. That was fascinating. You guys want a pay raise. What are you talking about, you guys? Like, it's just this sports team mentality. You guys.
Yeah.
You guys. And it's sickening. You don't think the Republican Congress people want a raise? I'm blown away sometimes by the ignorance. And then your previous guest and his lack of knowledge, even though Q-Dog, love you Q-Dog, it tried to give him some education and attacking. I don't know.
Yeah.
Poor lost souls.
Yeah.
I want to see Ursula.
Wayne in the chat, I sent him a guest request. He goes, tell me what's in the bill. I'll wait. Wayne, don't you think the people in North Carolina and other areas need to be getting some relief because of the hurricanes, Wayne? See, Wayne, you are single-handedly costing the American people with that attitude. And then you guys get on TikTok and say, oh, you can give money to Africa and Ukraine, but you can't help us here in North Carolina. Well, Wayne, this is what we're talking about, Wayne.
This is what we're talking about. Is
Jesus
all
Christ.
That. Meanwhile, the Republican Party is actually the ones trying not to help the American people. They're the ones wanting to not funding for North Carolina. They don't want it. But they're going to tell you that the Democrats want to help Ukraine and everybody else but here. And when it comes time for them to, put some funding out to help fellow Americans, The Republicans always say no, and you guys fall for it. Hook, line, and sinker.
Bingo.
Hook, line, and sinker. And
Bingo.
it's just, they said no to the border bill, which would have sent more money down to help secure the border. No.
Bingo.
But it's all Joe Biden's fault. You guys are falling for it every time. So yes, our appropriation bill is perfect. No. There's always something in there from both sides that make no sense. But notice, did you watch Jared Moskowitz yesterday on the floor? I just love him.
What did he do? What did he do?
You should, if you get a chance to play his clip this weekend, you really should. It's a short thing, but he basically addresses, you guys have had Congress for 2 years. And you continue to fight amongst yourselves. You can't. Now you supposedly have won in a landslide, right? So it's on you now, right? You got control of everything, right?
They got a mandate, all right, but they didn't know it meant man going on a date with Donald Trump and Elon. They thought that's what it was. It's a mandate, Donald Trump and Elon MAGA. You're not thinking.
Oh, they're not. They're not. And let me tell you, those two are going to blow up at each other because the more we keep pushing President Elon, Trump is going to get so mad.
Yeah.
You can't have two roosters in the hen house. So
yeah.
It's going to be real interesting. But Jared laid it out on the line and said, you guys keep fighting. You have to have us, Democrats, get anything done. We're the ones.
WG, man. Yeah.
We'll help you get things done because God knows you're not going to get it done, even though you have control. So why aren't you inviting us to the table to negotiate this stuff with you? It makes no sense. So y'all have fun amongst yourselves because you can't do it on your own without us. It was awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, Shay, we have a guest, Trumper 2025. I would assume if I were to roll the dice, Trumper 2025 voted for Donald Trump. Is that a safe thing to assume, Trumper?
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
It's a woman at that. Okay.
Well, why so angry in my comment section? Why are you? I guess I don't know if you're angry or not, but you're disagreeing with some. You're disagreeing with what we're saying.
I'm disagreeing because I don't think these bills that are sent up to Congress should be, filled with whatever. It should be single set bills. That's what I think. I don't think that they should put a lot of garbage in them. And then let's vote on one issue and not vote on 25 issues in a bill.
Well, that's the way it's always been done. And
right.
Listen,
well, things need to change because
things. Well, you to a certain extent. I agree with you. A lot of times, that's what's.
Oh, where did?
Sorry. Yeah.
You there, Shay?
Yeah, I got a little thing on the little notice.
Oh, okay.
We'll agree with you to certain extents, and we totally understand that. But the thing is, it would take 10 years. It already takes 10 years to get anything done. But if we did one bill at a time, it just isn't fundamentally is not productive, right?
Well, it kind of would be because you would be voting on a single issue instead of, okay, well, you a lot of them are attorneys, right? So if you don't put the correct wording in the bill, they're not going to vote on the bill. So if you say, okay, we want, say, transgender rights, but they don't put an age in there, right? You know what I'm talking about? Like what they did with one of the bills prior. So they didn't put an age limit in there. They're all attorneys, mostly. And if you don't, they know this. Like, okay, well, then put 18 in there. Like, if it's a single bill, it's easier to read. It's easier to vote upon. It's easier to add words in than to sit there and go through a 900-page bill and try to figure out.
Ma'am, can I interrupt you real quick? Isn't it easier to try to keep the government open than to do it one thing at a time? I mean, how many functions of the government are you aware?
Well, they do this at the end of the year because everybody wants to go home for Christmas break. So they figured, let's throw all of this into one bill and vote on it, and they'll have to. Otherwise, we have to shut down. They do this all the time at the end of the year.
But didn't you hear what I was asking about?
Trumper, who's proposing this bill? Because who's in control of the House right now?
I understand that. I'm just saying they do this This
Right.
isn't
It's the
a new
Republicans'
thing.
way.
Everybody wants to go home for Christmas. This
Right.
isn't a new thing.
Right, but it's the Republicans doing this, not the Democrats.
Well, they want Trump wants the debt ceiling increased, and he has every right to ask that as he's the incoming president.
But why does he need Joe Biden to do it? After all, they wouldn't increase the
Because he
debt
doesn't
ceiling.
when he
they
gets
didn't-
in, he wants to go to work. He doesn't want
because
to
he
fight
would be
this.
contradicting himself because they've been saying no to the Democrats increasing the debt ceiling. We can govern. That's the problem with the country. We're going into the hole too much, right? So now that Trump's coming in, it's okay to go into the hole, and you know exactly why. So that him and Elon can go ahead and get the billionaires their tax cut. So it's not really Trumper. It's not
Raising
really
the
helping
debt
you.
ceiling isn't giving billionaires tax cuts.
Yeah, it is.
It's allowing him to do what he has to do when he gets into the government.
Oh,
That's not true. It's clear why he wants it done.
It's
ma'am,
what?
ma'am, what part,
billionaires?
ma'am? I hate to break it to you, but you've been
He wants
misled.
so he can do another tax cut for the wealthy.
Yeah, you've been misled.
Yeah. Look into it. Look into it so you understand what's going on.
And this is the serious issue. If the government shuts down, you know those borders are going to get opened because you won't be able to pay those people. Is that what you want to see happen?
No, of course
Okay,
not.
so we got to keep
But you know what?
we got to keep the
When
money
people,
going
like,
there. What about your farmers? You want them
What
to
about
continue to get paid and take care of our farmers so we can have food?
I understand that.
What about those
instead of
people in
going on
North Carolina?
strike at any other place? If you go on strike, then
But what about the people in North
people don't get
Carolina? What about the people in North Carolina who need to be getting
Oh,
help?
wait. Now we're worried about that. That happened when? September, October. That's when we're worried about it. We're worried about it now.
We
in
need to
December?
replenish. We need to What was that, Shay?
How many times has Joe Biden asked Congress to appropriate more money to North Carolina?
I have no idea. I haven't been following Joe Biden because I haven't seen him come out
Thank
of
you
his
for your
little,
honesty.
script lately.
Thanks for the honesty. You're being fed all this stuff from your
I'm
side.
not being fed anything. I haven't been paying attention because I haven't seen Joe Biden come out of his crypt lately. He hasn't said
There
a
it
word.
is. There it is.
Trumper.
Out yesterday on TV. He's done several interviews. Again, where you are in your rabbit hole, you're not seeing it. And you just said what you said.
I'm not in my rabbit hole. I just
You
said I
are.
haven't been
Way down
following
the
it. I
tunnel,
actually
sweetheart.
Katie,
You're
listen, I
out
work
where everybody can
I
see
work
you. You're
and
being
work and
exposed.
work and work. My job isn't to
Your head's
follow
in the
Joe
dirt.
Biden around the country.
But why
and
would you
find
say
out what
that
he's
about
doing.
him?
Joe
Why would
Biden's
you?
done a fantastic job, ma'am.
Why would you say that about Biden, President Biden, after all he's done?
What has he done?
He helped us get out of the pandemic. He got people back to work. He got the country
didn't help
reopened.
anybody.
Unemployment
Businesses
unemployment is low.
reopened. Wow, he magically reopened businesses that were open before. That's not helping people. He didn't do that.
What?
He didn't do that. He didn't say,
Not opening
"Oh,
business,
Chase Bank, you
no.
reopen." He didn't tell Macy's to reopen. These are businesses. It's their they have.
Did he tell the businesses to raise their prices? Oh, you're lying. The dogs are telling on you.
The dogs are mad at you now. Like,
Every time. It happens all the time. The dogs know you're lying, ma'am.
oh, yeah, the dogs.
I'm just telling you.
We're
Joe
talking
Biden
to him.
Doesn't
It's okay.
doesn't control that.
What does Joe?
We opened the country back up. He didn't create those jobs. They were already there. People just decided.
The dogs
to-
are telling you, ma'am, to knock it
The
off.
dogs are telling me my
What
cleaning
allowed
person.
them
That's
to
what the dogs are
reopen?
telling me.
What gave them the idea that, you know what, it's time, we can open, right? Joe Biden rolling out the vaccines, getting everyone the health.
He didn't
they
roll
needed.
out the vaccine.
Yes,
Trump
he
rolled out the
did.
vaccine.
No, he didn't. He got
Trump had the very
Trump,
next
you
day
are
after
so
the election, right after, the day
so
after,
misinformed.
the vaccine was approved. It was approved under Trump.
He did the roll. All he did was warp speed. That's all he did. And that's
all he
There was
did.
no
And Joe
rollout.
Biden went, okay, everybody get a vaccine.
was
That's
no
all he
rollout.
did.
There
And
was
then
no
he
plan.
lied about it on top of it.
Trumper, you need to shut your mouth and open your ears.
I'm
He did
opening
not.
my ears. You're not.
did.
Joe
Trumper,
Biden said
you
the
got it wrong.
vaccine would what? What
Trumper,
did he say the
Trumper,
vaccine would do? Does
Trumper,
anybody know?
Trumper, did you get
plan.
$1 million question. Does
Trumper,
anybody know?
Trumper, I gotta
It
ask.
would
So you
cure,
believe
right? He said
Trumper?
it will stop the spread,
Do is
right?
run her mouth.
Trumper, you're saying Trump got the whole vaccine thing going?
Of course he did.
Did you get
He's
the
the one that
vaccine?
did
No, no,
warp
no. I just
speed.
want to know.
He's the one that got it approved. He's the
Did
one that
you,
pushed it through.
Trumper, did you get the vaccine though?
Of course I did.
Oh, wow. Most Trump supporters, they said no, I won't take
I
the.
got the vaccine because I wanted to travel. So yes, I
So and you're okay.
did. Am I okay? I
Yeah.
know
What year
I
did
am
you get
okay,
it?
but I do know a few people who got it that
Wait,
are
wait, wait.
not.
No, there you go. No. So what year did you get it? What year did you get it, if you don't mind telling us?
Whenever it was rolled out. What was
Give
it,
me a
21?
year. 21?
21?
What month? What month?
I was going away to Aruba, so probably April.
Who was the president in April of 2021? then?
I know who the president was. I
Who?
didn't say it wasn't.
Oh, it was Joe Biden.
I didn't say it wasn't, did I?
So Shay was right.
Yeah, he's the one that got them rolled out. There was no plan.
Say, just because you say, hey, the vaccine is ready doesn't mean that you did warp speed. It doesn't mean you got it approved. It doesn't mean anything.
But what if
All
no
he did was say,
plan.
here's the vaccine.
There was no rollout plan when Biden finally took over office with a broken down Capitol building, got into office
Broken
finally.
down
He
Capitol
didn't have
building?
stop over talking me.
It wasn't broken down. You're a little
Yes,
exaggerating.
it was.
It was? Really?
It was.
Was it like the Liberty Bill where it was all destroyed and
Trumper, I'm gonna have
graffiti
to.
all
Trumper,
over it?
Not
Let me ask
boarded
you
up
that.
windows? Were there not boarded up windows in the Capitol?
Oh, a couple of cracked windows. Okay, and?
a couple of
I'm sure our
cracked
tax
windows.
money can
This
pay
woman,
for that.
wow, this woman is nuts. Holy hell.
So Trumper, you
I'm
see
not
what?
nuts. It has
Yeah,
nothing
you
to be
are.
about nuts. You're exaggerating. You act like they went in and burnt it down. That's what you're
I
acting
said
like.
a broken down.
Broken down would
windows.
mean
Lady,
unusable.
you don't
Having a
understand
couple of
English.
broken windows
Trumper,
does not mean
Trumper.
unusable.
I didn't say it was
Trumper.
burned down like y'all
If
do
a
with
car
all
is
your
broken
narrative
down,
of
it means
BLM.
unusable.
Trumper,
It
we
was
can't
not
hear.
It was
unusable.
unusable.
It was
It
not.
was. They
It
had to
wasn't. It
rebuild
had a
a
few
lot of
broken
parts
windows.
of it.
Trumper, we can't hear if
Was
you're
closed
always
down.
over talking
It wasn't
each other.
broken down. If you can use it, if you can walk into it, it wasn't broken down.
Oh my God.
Trumper, I get.
Yes.
Go look at pictures.
Why do people like you get upset when we just give you information?
What are you giving me information about?
Shay is not lying.
About what?
WV in the chat. She said the Capitol was broken down.
It
Why?
wasn't broken down. Let me
Trumper,
ask you a question,
Trumper.
Zeus.
It
Zeus,
wasn't.
when a
It
car
wasn't
is broken
clean.
down, what can you not do with it? You cannot use it. Can you use the Capitol with a couple of broken windows? Absolutely. It wasn't broken
Drive a car
down.
with a busted tire? Yes or no?
Can you use it?
Yes.
No.
Well,
No, you
wrong,
cannot.
Trumper.
No, because
Trumper.
you'll ruin the rims of the car.
Trumper.
No, you cannot.
Trumper,
If
the
you want
answer-
ruined rims, then you cannot use it.
Trump-
So
Okay,
you think
here's
you people think that you know everything,
I'm
you
gonna
know
have
nothing.
to. I'm gonna have to do this, Trumper. I gotta mute you for a quick second. I need you to just be able to listen to us and have the conversation, Trumper.
You got stuck on one thing I said. What I was saying to you is that Joe Biden did not have a peaceful transfer of power.
That
He
part.
did not have what Trump has right now, the 3 months interim before he gets into office. He wasn't afforded that at all. So when he comes in, there was no mandate for a vaccine rollout. There was no plan in place. That's what I'm saying. I didn't say Trump didn't get the vaccines started. I said there was no plan for Joe Biden.
Can I ask you a
On
question?
top of it,
W
Trumper-
Shay in the chat. W Shay in the chat. Trumper.
Why does there have to be a plan in place? Why can't the president?
Mute her again. Holy hell. Let me finish. On top of it, there was no peaceful transfer of power. So he had a lot on his plate. So for you to be able to get a vaccine in your arm 3 months into his office, thank you, Joe Biden.
Thank you.
Why did he manufacture the vaccine?
Stop running your mouth. Okay.
He was the president at the time.
Hold
Of
on.
course, he should
Hold on, Trumper.
get the vaccine out.
Trumper.
Why should he have a pre-plan by Trump? Was there a reason why Trump should pre-plan what Biden should be doing? Absolutely not.
Yes, because you care about the
Biden
American
gets paid
people,
for.
Trumper. This is not
No,
about.
no,
This is
absolutely
not
not.
about.
That is Biden's job. Trump.
Trumper, I gotta mute you. We
work-
gotta be able to answer your questions. If you ask us,
Presidents should work together to maintain a secure country and fight for the American people.
Yeah, can I ask you, where did 15
This
million
isn't about
people
Republican
disappear
versus
to this
Democrat.
election? Anybody know?
This is about
Anybody?
the American people.
Anybody know?
Trumper, I'm
Nope.
gonna mute you.
My
You're changing the
God,
topic.
This woman is nuts.
So Trumper, you've been
No,
cornered.
I'm not nuts. I'm educated.
No, you're not.
You are nuts.
You're clearly
you think
not.
a broken
Tony.
down capitalist
Where'd you
is
go to
just a couple
school?
of
Trump
windows.
University? Where'd you go to school? Trump University? Another fraud scam? Is that where you got your
No, maybe you didn't go to college at all. How much money do you make a year?
You don't want to know how much money I make.
Yeah, I do. That's why I asked.
Well, we don't need to embarrass you, Trumper. The thing here
You're not
is
embarrassing
no,
me.
no, no.
How
It
much
was
money do you make a year?
it doesn't.
I'll answer your question. So I have a master's degree in history. I'm also a sommelier in Houston. My husband and I make a combination of almost $1 million a year. We're top one. $1 million a year. We're top one.
Great.
Bingo. So
You
Trumper,
okay?
please
Are you
stop,
okay with
Trumper.
that?
Trumper, please.
I'm fine with that.
Highly educated, and I'm in the top 1%. And oh my
Great.
God, I
So-
vote on the Democratic side.
W Shay in the chat. W Shay. Trumper, hold on, Trumper.
It doesn't mean
You-
you know
Trumper,
what a
Trumper,
broken down
Trumper,
capital is.
Trumper,
Were they able to use
Trumper,
it? Yes, they were. It's not broken
Trumper.
down.
Jesus Christ, Trumper. I need you to act like you know, act like you've been here before, Trumper. All right, you're talking to high-minded, high-level folks on TikTok. Please,
If
let's
you
not dumb down the
cannot figure out as a
conversation.
president how to roll out a vaccine, you shouldn't be president. Period. End of story.
Trumper, did you hear do you understand what we're trying to say? We're saying because Trump did not engage in a peaceful transfer of power, right? That would put a lot of Americans at harm. So even if you want to give him credit for Operation Warp Speed, you can't give him credit for helping Joe Biden facilitate implementing
Yeah,
the
he helped
vaccine.
Joe Biden. He
How?
got the vaccine
No,
for Joe
but,
Biden
but what's
to
the
roll
plan?
out.
What's the
No.
plan? So
No.
we create the vaccine. What's the plan that Trump had to help make sure all Americans got
He
access to
got
it?
it for Joe Biden. It is Joe Biden's now job to figure
But what
out
was his
how
plan?
to get it out to the American people.
So he had concepts
Why
of
does
a
he have to
plan.
give him
So
a
he had
plan to do
concept. So he
his
had
job?
concept. Why create a vaccine with no plan?
And that was just for Pfizer.
Why
That
have a
wasn't for
president
Moderna.
elect who doesn't have a plan to roll it out?
That was just for Pfizer. That wasn't for
Lord,
Moderna. And a lot of people got Moderna over Pfizer. So just understand that Warp Speed didn't include all the vaccines. Thank you, Joe Biden.
I understand.
W. Joe Biden. So Trumper, you've been traveling all over the world under President Biden. How much do you make a year?
I make $500,000 a year. Just
Oh, thank
me.
you, Joe Biden. And you're married?
No, I had that way before.
No.
Joe
So,
Biden.
no, I said, how much did you make a year? You said 500,000 a year. That means while Joe Biden was president, you were still earning.
Last 4 years, you're doing pretty good.
I have never.
That's $2
stopped
million
earning, ever.
since Biden's
I have
been.
never stopped earning.
Oh,
COVID never affected me.
oh, cut it out.
It didn't.
It affected all of us.
As you heard, my dog's just barking. I work from home.
Oh, knock it off.
And I have
what
always worked
What
from
industry are you in?
That is none of your business.
Okay, so we can't give you credit for it.
Questions you don't want to tell me. What
It's none of your business. Quite. That's the answer to your
So
question.
you know what we call that? That's cap. A lot of you know what capping is, right? That's what you're doing. You're just
What am
saying
I
stuff.
capping?
You're just saying stuff that you know isn't true, just to try to look good. But we don't.
No, it is
we
true,
don't
'cause
buy
I
it.
work in, yeah, it is true because I run an HVAC company. So
Oh,
it is
and okay. And you've been doing that for how long?
I don't know. 25
And what state?
Years.
What state?
New York.
Oh, so you're in a Democrat state, raking it in
I'd be
under
if I was
Joe
in Florida,
Biden,
I'd
and
be
you're
raking it in
ungrateful.
too, and
You're
that's the plan is
ungrateful,
to go there and rake it in some more.
and you're ungrateful.
I'm not ungrateful.
Yeah,
because I
if
was doing it under Trump.
Because New York was heavily impacted
And I
by the
actually was
pandemic.
making
You
more
remember the
profit
governor?
under
Remember the
Trump
governor
than
of
I
New
was
York?
under Biden.
Remember the governor of New York, and you remember all the stuff that was happening in New York as a result of the pandemic, and then for you to get up here and say I
The
wasn't
governor of New York
impacted.
is awful. The governor of New York is just awful.
Again, ungrateful. You know what I mean, Trumper? And this is the sad part. All Shay and I were trying to explain to you was, just like I know, Donald Trump didn't do what he could have did to help make it a smooth transfer because he was so busy engaging in an insurrection with the United States government and leading your friends to Washington, D.C., based on a big lie.
There's 77 million of us. Please, there was what? How many people were there?
What do you mean 77 million?
How much percentage of Republicans were actually there?
On the Capitol on January 6th?
Yes.
Are you trying to say it was Democrats that did that? It was the FBI?
I'm saying they had 26 FBI agents in the crowd. Is what I'm saying.
No, they weren't FBI agents. Another lie. Another lie. They were informants.
Go look it up.
They were informants, not employees.
Yes, and they worked for who? The FBI.
Nope.
Yes, they did.
So Trumper, that's another lie I caught you in.
If you were an informant, who were you working for?
Yourself.
The FBI.
Yourself.
No.
You're not payroll. You're not getting any benefits. So Trumper, here's the deal.
And they pretended to be MAGA, and they went into the Capitol. Any other questions?
Yeah, why would Trump actually set himself up to go along with a program like that as the president? If that's who it was, well, why did he go along with it?
Peacefully and patriotically.
You think that's what he said?
Yes, I know he said it. I listened to the entire thing.
Yeah, once, and then he said fight. How many times?
So what? Fight. So I heard Kamala say fight. We will fight.
Now it is up to Congress.
Hold on, Trumper.
This egregious assault on our democracy.
Here you go.
And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down. We're going to walk down anyone you want, but I think right here we're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women, and we're probably not going to be cheering so much for some of them. Because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to be strong.
You hear that, Trumper? So please, let's not start all of that peacefully and patriotically stuff. All right.
And
here's the thing.
Let me say this.
And I got more.
Obama said we were going to continue to fight. I remember people saying, "Oh, let's go down and go." I can't wait to go down and punch Trump in the face. If you're out and you see Republicans, punch them in the face. How many times did the Democrats say all of this nasty stuff? Were you up here saying that?
Well, it looks like, ma'am, you got reported because of the lies. Nasty, ma'am. Trumper 2025. I'm not, but please, you got to stop when you're ahead and not do it. Trust me, when Shay and I are telling you to just dial it back, it's a good thing because we don't want you to do what just happened. Now, Shay, I got to do this to her.
Yeah.
I got to do it, and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay.
Ma'am, Trumper 2025. You're possessed with the MAGA demon. The truth is not in you. Your father, the devil, all right, has done a fast one on you. He has you believing that Elon right here and this guy, your cult leader, Donald Trump, they're actually telling you the truth and they're going to make your life a lot better. And that Joe Biden and the Democrats are actually making your life a lot worse. And that's actually a big lie. So what I'll do is I'm going to help you out. We're going to help purge that MAGA demon out of you by tossing you into the lake of fire, all right? Now, I want you to do better in life, all right? And I really do mean this. And stop lying and listen to the dogs, all right, ladies and gentlemen? Let's send her to the lake of fire. Let's give her a round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Thank you, Shay. Well,
you're welcome. That was fun. And just so you know, Joe Biden is actually going to be in attendance to Donald Trump's inauguration because he's a real man, because he's a grown-up adult.
Amen.
It's just absolutely insane. Oh, some of her videos got reported on her page. I'm not surprised. Not surprised, Silver. But anyway, I'm off to NOLA today.
Okay.
And yeah, having fun with the fam. And I wish everyone a very, very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And love you guys in the kingdom.
All right. You too, ladies and gentlemen. W Shay in the chat. Let's give Shay a round of applause. No lies detected. I see a lot of you out there, especially the Trump supporters. You're triggered by the way that we're running the show and we're bringing you nothing but the truth. All right. Maybe you didn't hear my PSA announcement at the top of the show. W Creative Inc. Studios.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
All right. And I do mean that. To all of you Trump supporters, I want you to listen and pay attention to how these conversations are going. None of you've walked away actually feeling a lot better after hearing what we've been saying, because guess what? You're recognizing what we've all been talking about is really the truth. You made a terrible decision voting for Elon Musk. And I know a lot of you are going, "Oh, well, I didn't vote for Elon." Yes, you did. You knew what you did when you did what you did. Oh, Nino Banks. Oh, you said that you didn't, Nino? Come on up here, Nino. You said that I didn't. W Rick in the chat. You voted for Elon. Congratulations. You played yourselves right once again. I've been asking Trump supporters to be honest with me. What the heck do you have in common with Elon, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Donald Trump? What do you Trump supporters have in common with these folks? Can you give me an answer? I would love to hear what you have in common with Elon Musk. right, Black Honey? Nothing. So we're going to shut the government down, MAGA. Why? Think about why to go. Because Donald Trump, Vivek, and Mike Johnson, and Elon, they all said the bill isn't a good bill. Well, you got to ask yourself, what would they consider a good bill versus what would you consider a good bill? Huh? I was just talking to Trumper 2025, and she said it herself. Shut the government down. In other words, do not help the people who've been impacted by the hurricanes in North Carolina. All right? Don't help them in Florida. Don't do it. That's what she said. Open up our borders. All right? Don't open up. Just keep them open. We are not afraid. This is what they're saying. Katie, send me a guest request. I'll bring you right up. You're basically saying you want the problems that you all have been crying about. You raise my grocery prices to a level they've never been. Send me to a 1929 style depression. All right. And now that this is all coming to pass, guess what? You're all sitting here going, now who do we blame next? Blame yourself. Go look at the man or woman in the mirror. All right. Now let me bring up my next guest. All right. And this is a good guest. I haven't talked to him in a while. Moo, welcome. How are you doing?
What's going on, Zeus? How you doing, man? Hang on.
I'm all right. W Moo in the chat. W Moo.
That's all right. No, I mean, your last guest was talking about the shutdown, right? She doesn't pay attention to the 3.5 million federal workers that could possibly go without pay. She doesn't pay attention to the federal contractors who aren't required to work. When that goes on, she's not paying attention to the 1.3 million military personnel who would have to work without pay. The shutdown can cause massive wait times at the airport, air traffic controllers.
Thank you.
Social security benefits would be at risk. And the general public would be at unrest because of all of these things. So, I mean, America first, though, right? America first. America first, guys.
Right. I got an echo. Is that me?
It might be me.
It might be me, but here's the thing. I want to know, are there any Trump supporters out there that want to talk to us about why they believe shutting the government down? If you don't, you got a little time, Moo, all right? Because maybe you can get through to them and I can't.
Oh, I doubt it, man. One thing I am interested in is the elimination of the debt ceiling altogether, not for the reasons Donald Trump would be. Donald Trump wants to get rid of the debt ceiling so he can just run up the debt as much as he wants to. I'm in favor of getting rid of the debt ceiling so that they can't do this to the federal workers anymore. So that you can't threaten these middle class federal workers by not paying them anymore.
Amen.
Because to have type of hold, this type of cloud over people's heads, like every year, sometimes multiple times a year, these people are at risk, their jobs, their pay, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is the issue. They want this to happen because guess what? They're angry at the Democrats. They're angry at you, Moo. They're angry at Zeus. They're angry. And it's like, well, why are these people so angry?
Yeah. Well, I don't know, because half the time they agree with me, right? Because I'm up here, I talk about I want to give housing to the homeless, I want to do Medicare for all. You know, they talked about how they wanted more FEMA benefits, right? But then when progressives like Ilhan Omar advocate for not funding Israel anymore, they turn against her because of her ethnicity. When people like AOC bring up the Restore Faith in Government Act to end insider trading, they attack AOC for being a waitress instead of actually trying to end money, corporate money in our government, right? So they're not really America first.
Yeah. They're not. And they like to say that they're America first up until you actually start trying to get them to actually commit to doing things to help Americans.
You know, I don't hear Elon Musk and I would actually back them if Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk were talking about going after large corporate subsidies like the ones Tesla gets and the ones Amazon gets. And the ones like ExxonMobil gets, right? If they were talking about going after the Pentagon for constantly failing audits, right? And that $8 billion defense bill that just got signed. Holy shit. If they were talking about stuff like that, then I would actually back them up. I would back them up, but they don't do that. They want to go after Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. They want to attack the most vulnerable Americans among our country.
Bingo. Any of you Trump supporters out there getting Social Security and Medicare or anything like that, plan on traveling during the holiday season? I would love to have you explain to me, how do you feel about knowing that there's a good chance you won't be able to do any of that? Because guess what? Donald Trump and Elon are going to take it all away from you because guess what? They don't care. What a sad situation we found ourselves in.
I mean, Republicans. So what you do is, right, you lift the cap that me and April are always talking about this, man. If you make any income you make past $168,000 a year is not taxed into Social Security, and a lot of people don't realize this, right? So there's a cap on Social Security. If you lift the cap, you could lower the age to 55. You could expand benefits, right? You could probably turn Social Security into actual almost livable income for our seniors, right? And have people retire with dignity. But they don't actually care about that, right? They want to privatize it, right? They want to throw our tax money onto the stock market, right? Screw it.
Yeah. And so what this shows us is we're in a situation where there's a lack of understanding in this country, right? A lot of these people, they believe that ultimately things are going to get better if they just shake things up. All right, the way Trump is talking about it. But you're saying that's not really going to happen?
Well, you need disruption, right? You do need disruption, but it has to be productive disruption, right? Like I was talking about the Restore Faith in Government Act, right? That keeps Congress people from doing individual stock trading, EFT trading, that kind of thing, right? Not only them, also their relatives and extended families in some cases. You know, so if you're doing disruption like that, that's the type of disruption I'm in favor of.
Bingo, and so am I to a certain degree, right? But, you know, unfortunately, I don't think any of that is going to happen. What do you say to the Trump supporters now that are, you know, I think deep down inside starting to have a little regret about what they did this election?
Buckle up, man, because Bernie told you guys, man, that the billionaires were going to take over. He's been trying to warn you guys for a very long time that this was coming. And then, I mean, if you seriously say, so Elon Musk's stock, like last year in August, around like 2023, was at like $140. And at this point, Tesla stock is well over $400. Okay. And they think that this guy's a saint because he's on there like, I don't even want to get paid. I don't even want to get paid. Right, he's getting paid. Okay. The dude's getting paid. All right, not to mention all the subsidies he's getting from our government, which he is definitely going to secure more government contracts and more subsidies because of his position with the Trump administration, right?
Yep. Bingo. Well, listen, my good friend, brother Moo. We gotta wrap it up, but as always, it's a
Cool, man.
pleasure. It's a pleasure to check in with you, ladies and gentlemen. W Moo in the chat. All right. I mean, that's information for you to meditate on and process and digest, you Trump supporters. As you can see, there's an overwhelming amount of truth coming out of this platform. And whether you like it or not, Trump supporters, you don't got to take our word for it. You can go look this information up yourself. Rick. There are going to be. He wants to increase the debt ceiling, yes, so that he can give his billionaire friends and himself tax cuts. Do the math. A lot of you don't know how to do math that well, and I understand why. All right, let's see. Oh my gosh, look at the time. Look at that. We got a lot. Okay, I will probably won't be able to get through and talk to everybody, but all right, hold on here. Brother Swerve, welcome. How are you doing? BS out of context and exaggeration. Ridicu? No, it's not BS. Welcome, Swerve. How are you doing?
Hey, good morning, Zeus.
Good morning.
Thank you for allowing me up. I wanted to kind of flip the topic. I don't really want to discuss Elania Musk anymore.
Okay.
But I wanted to flip the topic over to my charity for a moment, if I could. Just a quick
Go
plug.
for it.
So today is the last day that we have to order what we need to order and make sure that it gets shipped out on time so that the women's shelter will get it by Christmas Day. So far, we are $161 short of our goal.
Amen.
But we have some of the items that we've selected. We have 100 hats, 100 pair of gloves, 100 scarves, 100 neck gaiters, the things that wrap around your neck and can double as like earmuffs and stuff like that. We have 100 toiletry kits, 100 sticks of deodorant. If we hit that goal, we'll be able to increase those numbers up to 150.
All right.
So I want to, like I said, we're $161 away from that goal. So I just wanted to ask your followers and the folks in the chat.
These are your people too. They know who you are.
Well, it's your kingdom, brother. It's your kingdom. But
well,
I appreciate that, and
no,
I always
you have a Venmo. Someone asked if you had a Venmo.
Yes, there's a Venmo and a Cash App in my bio. And what I was going to say, like if you send me $1 on TikTok, TikTok is going to take 60 cents of it, and I keep 40
Now,
cents.
this is true.
Right?
That's the truth.
So I would rather folks hit up my Venmo and my Cash App. And there's 1,600 people in here. And with that 1,600 people, I mean, if 1,000 of them sent $1, we would be there.
There you go.
Our next project that we're going to be working on will be for an organization here in Columbus, Ohio, known as Kaleidoscope.
Okay.
And I'll come back one day and explain who they are. But and to your majesty, I have already put my money in. Okay, my money is already put in there. In fact, as broke as I am, $100 of that money is already mine.
W,
so
you tell them. Your Majesty, what's your Venmo name? They're asking.
You know what? I forgot.
Let me see.
Hold up. I can pull it up real quick. I got my iPad out here.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get that shouted out. And if you can, please type it in the chat real quick, bro. All right. They say send the Cash App so that we can go ahead and help support good charities. All right. That's what this is about. You know, they like to say Democrats spread. What do they say? We spread hate? No, we don't. We spread love.
I'm definitely not trying to spread hate.
We spread love over here. All right. And a lot of y'all really should sit back and observe just what real Americans look like. This is real America, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's see.
Hold on, it's coming right up, Zeus.
Let's go.
I think my iPad is just a little cold. It's not loading like I need it to. There we go. So my Venmo is Swervin1991. I'll type that in the chat.
Type it in the chat, and then we got to move it on. All right, because Zeus has to get up out of here.
I know, brother, and I appreciate your patience. I really do. Swervin1991.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I appreciate that. That's kind of you.
That is Venmo. All right, and then the Cash App is
there. It is right there.
The Cash App is just Swervin91.
And it's also in his bio. Thank you, Martha. Thank you.
Yes, they are. And I'm putting this all in the chat. But yeah, Zeus, I appreciate you allowing me a couple of minutes to come up and help out with this. I know you gave a little, and we truly appreciated that.
No
That's
problem.
what you and another friend of mine, Tom Dodaro, did. That allowed us to up our numbers from 75 to 100. Now we
Nice.
want to up that number to, we want to up it to 175 or 150 to 175, somewhere in that vicinity. So
Fair enough.
I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate all the users in the chat, our kingdom, our wonderful, beautiful, giving kingdom. And
These are
I
the
live my
best people
life.
on TikTok. Yeah.
I live my life by the Uncle Ben philosophy. Uncle Ben from Spider-Man. If you have the ability to do good things, then you have the responsibility to do those things. And these
Amen.
folks are less fortunate, and some of them are in these shelters with children, and we're gonna try to give them a nice Christmas.
All right.
So thank you, Zeus. Thank
All
you to
right.
the kingdom. I
You're
love you
welcome.
guys and girls so very much. Thank you to everyone. You be well, you be safe, and
Amen.
doggone it, have fun while you're doing it.
All right, all right, all right. W swerving in the chat. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, thank you for all you do. I mean, this is what it's all about, the spirit of giving, and especially giving to those less fortunate, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, I appreciate that. Thank you for that, Swerve. All right. Oh my gosh, look at the time. Oh my goodness. All right, let me bring up my next guest. I'll try to do a couple of more, and then I got to get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Good morning, DJ Kitty Cat. How are you doing?
Good morning, Zeus. It's been a minute. It's been a long time.
Right,
How
it
are
has
you?
been. It has really been. But you know where to find me at my place of business.
Absolutely, absolutely. I just wanted to come stop.
W's DJ Kitty. All right.
I wanted to stop by today and tell everybody. Number one, it's almost Christmas, and I hope everyone has gotten their gifts giving, and they've got the kids out the way, and they're preparing for a great week, spending time with family and friends, and letting go of what's going on. You know, there's only so much we can do.
Yeah.
We've had the election, and we're dealing with the results, and things are still happening. We shall see. We shall see. But I just want everyone to hold on, stay positive. You
Amen.
know, it's real easy to get down and think the worst. For the MAGA and Trump supporters, you get what you get, and you don't have a clue. Yeah, ask for this.
Amen. WDJ Kitty. Let's go. WDJ Kitty. You asked, and asking you shall receive.
You wanted lower egg prices, but oh wait, yikes! You wanted lower gas prices, but oh wait, yikes!
Yikes. I like that.
What is a tariff? Do we know
Oh.
yet?
Oh my God. I
Do
didn't
we
even get
know?
into that today.
Do we know what a tariff is yet? I
Mm.
mean, I'm just asking. And those that are, up north in New York and Wisconsin, you know, Canada said that they're gonna cut the lights off. I'm in
And
Texas.
that's not funny. That's not
That's
funny
not
either.
funny. That is not funny.
But it's funny if it happens to MAGA, though. Honestly, it
Only
is.
if it happens to MAGA, but not even that, because people deserve to have, heat. It's cold outside. Not here in Texas, because we're in Texas, but you get what you get, and you don't have a fit. Zeus, I just got off my show. I'm now on 92.7 The Change, WKRA
Yes, yes.
station, and I'm actually in the works of creating my own station.
Nice.
I will be coming on in the evening times, and I can't wait to have you. I can't wait to
Oh,
interview
well,
you
I
on
can't.
the show.
I can't wait to help, do what I do over there, because I need to be
Cannot
able to
wait.
do what I do wherever I can, right? So thank you for the
Absolutely.
opportunity, all right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm actually, there's a couple people that I want to actually talk to. I'm going to reach out to them, attacking, swerving, Shay. There's some great creators that we have ran into. And so I want to give everybody the opportunity to come on and let's talk about it. Let's
Yeah.
talk about it on the air. They say that they're taking away TikTok. Come on, let's
Oh,
talk about it on the air. Come on.
hey.
Let's go live.
Hey, you're right.
Let's go live.
That's right.
Also, one last thing before I drop. if you know of a family in need, try and help out. There's a lot of good charities going on. We just did a toy drive on the radio. The kids were allowed to get a tablet and a toy, which was really great. We raised
Nice.
funds for some children at an elementary school in Mississippi. So I'm loving what we're doing. If you're interested, please hit me up. And also go to ourplugs.com.
Ourplugs.com. Ourplugs.com.
What's happening? I need you guys to come on board. We've got a lot of things coming in 2025, and we can do it all together. It's funny how
Amen.
things work out, isn't it?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is.
There's always a way if you really do the work sometimes. You might not like it, but there's always a way. That's how I live my life, Sometimes you just got to keep trying, and eventually things end up falling into place. So, yes, even though it looked, we didn't get the results we wanted, right? We're not giving up, all right?
Not at all. Not at all. And please follow me. Send me a DM if you'd like to come on the show. We talk about politics for a little while, and we talk about what's going on. And it's all factual. We don't have time for the craziness. We're just going to talk, get on the show, and talk about what's real.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me come up, Zeus.
You're welcome.
We'll be in touch.
Anytime.
You guys have a great weekend. Enjoy your family. And if I don't see you, happy holidays.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, WDJ Kitty. All right, ourplugs.com. All right, and she's going to have, hopefully, Zeus on her radio station, all right, doing God's work, because, I need to be able to cook wherever I go, all right? Thank you, Miss Morningstar. All right, I got to get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, Q-Dog. You said W Creative Inc. Studio. Yes, Q-Dog. You said you had something to say to me or to the audience before I get up out of here?
Yeah. If you have any time in your day before the Christmas holidays, I'm talking to the whole audience. Give some of your time. Donate some of your time for the less fortunate. Tomorrow, I will be out in Henry County here in Atlanta, Georgia, with my frat brother Shaquille O'Neal at his Shaka Claus.
Okay.
Donating my time, me and my daughter, to give to the less fortunate, the children. Because at the end of the day, we're on here, doing what we need to do in the kingdom and whatnot. But sometimes we got to take a step outside of ourselves and give back. That's what my fraternity is about. Folks that don't know about my fraternity. Like I say, if you have an opportunity, it will be at the Henry County Sheriff Department.
All right.
I will be out there. Shaq will be out there, and other folks will be out there donating their time, giving back to the kids for Christmas.
Amen.
So we got to stop thinking about ourselves at least once.
Bingo.
And give our encouragement and give our support to less fortunate. Because at the end of the day, I hear people on here saying about what they have and what they make yearly. At the end of the day, it could be gone in a blink of an eye.
That's true.
So you got to take what you have and be thankful. Thank God that you have what you have.
Amen.
You could be on the other side of the fence at any given time. So I just wanted to jump on here right quick and just let everybody know, if you guys want to come out, if you're in the Atlanta area, in Henry County, come out. You can meet me, you can meet my frat brother, and we just do it for the kids.
All right, brother. Well, listen, that's a plug. Ladies and gentlemen, WQ, dog. No lies detected. Get out there and really do something. Help out the kids, all right? Help people out who are less fortunate than you. We all got to do it. All right, brother. Well, I got to get up out of here. Oh, my gosh. Look at the time. Oh, someone said what time?
It'll start at 9 a.m. and it'll probably go till 12 noonish.
Got it.
So we don't try to get out there early. I got to get up. I got to get myself together. That's why I'm just like self-medicating myself all week. Just right now, it's just like migraines. that I'm trying to get rid of. Everything else is pretty much, I think, ciphered itself through my system. But
All right.
just trying to get rid of the headache and whatnot. So I'm definitely gonna have some ibuprofen for this headache. Try to dilute it so I can do my duty at its best. Leave unto the Lord the rest.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, brother. Well, I got to get up out of here. All right, but appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen. WQ dog in the chat. All right. Later. All right. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, it's been one heck of a show. And boy, oh boy, did we really get a doozy of people? All right, WV in the chat. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I got to get up out of here. But before I do, you know what I got to do. First of all, I want to give all of the gifters, subscribers, panelists, moderators, and just all of those in the chat who've been helping to keep this show exciting, engaging, and entertaining a round of applause. Wow. Redict 2. Zip it. Zip it, Redict 2. Speaking of Redict 2, this goes out to you and the rest of you Zeus haters out there who get on TikTok day in and day out, and instead of trying to be a better person, you get out here and you promote misinformation and disinformation on behalf of Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin. You promote all the corruption and criminality, the xenophobia, the misogyny, and the racism and the bigotry that this guy right here and I guess his leader push. It's sickening and it's disgusting, all right? But you know what? There's a place for you, hell. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them one last round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA Daily.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen. What a heck of a week we've had, all right? I'll be back next week, Monday, all right? Doing the same thing, but until then, take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. If I didn't get to you today, it doesn't mean I love you any less. It just means I gotta get up out of here. Take care. Wow. Have a great one, ladies and gentlemen. W-Dead. Goodbye, Southern Delight. W Cole as a day. Big C, great live. Thank you, W Dolphin. Sometimes I want to talk to everybody, but I never can. It's one of the hardest things to do, is to be able to talk to everybody. They need to make... Ow, let her miss. Thank you so much. You're so kind. LT, thank you. Q-Dog. Oscar, my man, how you doing? All right. Michelle, let's go. Gotta be able to connect those dots. Woo! W. Cabria. Sheila, I love you too. W. Cabria in the chat. Great show. Thank you for coming up too. Yay. Cutie. We're not going anywhere. Yes, have a great weekend. And the government they said it's about to shut down. Lady Lee, right? You don't need those borders closed. You're welcome, DJ Kitty. You don't need to help the victims of the hurricanes and national disasters. You don't need to help our farmers. All you need is Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Reggie! Ting, ting. Woo! That's cold as the days. That's pretty dope. I've never seen that one. Let's go. You got to be able to do it. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Cutie. King T, yeah. Pink Kitty. Woo! Black Honey, yeah. Sneaky Fingers, MAGA Slayer, I am. Thank you. Woo! MAGA Queen. Zip it. And quit hanging out with Snuggie. Yes, we got 200K. That's pretty impressive. Thank you all for tapping and sharing the live. Rima. You know Democrats have the best lives. We're the most exciting people to be around. We have so much fun, and these people know it. Love you too. Hey, Angels. Yeah, we do have fun over here. We tell the truth, and we drill.
Insane
Baby drill over here, right?
You know, they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal Lecter. Drill, baby, drill. We're gonna frack. Drill, baby, drill. There's a frack.
You know what we do.
So baby, there's a lots of lady energy. Because you know she's gonna bang.
Hey.
You know she's gonna bang, kid. Right?
Let's go.
Up she was against tracking against
She was against
and then all the stuff, and then all the stuff, and then all of a sudden.
Hey, you want me to lower your taxes, and
she said I like fracking very much. They always go back to what they want.
Hey, my mama in there. She's a radical.
Left long, she can't help it.
Hey, and we will frack, and drill, baby, drill.
We're gonna drill, baby, drill. We're gonna be drilling so deep. We're gonna be for these guys. We're gonna drill.
Hey.
We're gonna take out so much money. We're gonna pay down.
You gotta get low with it. Lower your taxes.
Deep, insane asylums.
You know they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal. Drill, baby, drill. We're gonna frack. Hey, cold as the day. Gonna drill, baby, drill. Hey, let's go, cold as it. Hello, can you go? Hey, hello, can you go with that drill? Hey.
Insane asylums. You know, they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal Lecter.
Really?
We're gonna lower your taxes. Deep insane asylums. You know, they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal.
Hey, you gotta be able to hit it like that. Ooh. Hey.
Lower your taxes.
Deep insane asylum. You know they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal. Woo! Woo! Hey! Hey! Hello, can you go with it? Hey, that's close. Electric time. Hey, we're gonna lower your taxes. Deep insane asylum. The late great Hannibal. Oh, we went real low. Sorry, Mom. I'm trying to keep it clean. You don't like seeing your son do that, Mom. But guess what? Someone has to do it on TikTok. All right. Hey. Let's go. It's Hannibal Lecter. We're gonna lower your taxes. Deep insane asylum. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta get up out of here. Have a great rest of your day. All right, stay safe out here in these TikTok streets.